So I got yeah, going after this I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth to prevent any wind from blowing on the land or on the sea or on any tree. And I saw another angel coming up from the east. So the NIV says coming up. Ascending. Alrighty. So we get started up. Just thank you, God, for just the day and this opportunity just to wind down, reach out. There you are. Here you are, right here. Come on up. Come on down. Welcome to The Price is Right. How are you?
Hello.
What's going on? Catch me up.
I don't know if it's my connection or what, but
I hear like
can you see my
crickets.
picture? It's weird.
Your profile picture?
Yeah, I only see black.
I see it. No, I see your picture.
Yeah.
And I hear
it might just be my
like
connection.
chirping in the back. Are you like outside in nature? Just like,
Yeah, I'm outside.
or is that like an app? Just like
No, I'm in my laundry room, and I have it's basically like a patio area, and I have
it's that
everything open.
like no like wow. I mean, just like that's pretty loud. I'd be like going loud.
It's forest for you.
I know. I mean, that's the thing where out of all the sounds, ocean waves, and then just like crickets, and just like not birds, kind of just constant. Is that birds or is that like
No, these are crickets and
insects?
cicadas.
Crickets. Yeah, cicadas and stuff like that. Just wild stuff happens. But other than that, how's everything going? What's new?
New? Not much new. Just another day. Another day, another dollar, another complaint.
Another day, another dollar, and then another complaint about why just $1, right? What's the complaint? This is the office right here. Heaven's or like HR department type thing. Like
Yep.
I mean, here's
Like that video that you sent or that you posted. That was hilarious.
which one?
Heaven's IT department.
Oh, like I like. Did you see the one where I mixed it with the one that I had about the ID department, where the guy like just
No,
had, like,
no, I
oh,
haven't
you gotta.
seen it.
It's like an actual account where like it was an old video that somebody showed me like like long ago when I was working in the office, doing IT, and it was just like this, like office worker who calls him in. And he's just like, I can't get into the website, and like the IT guy's just like, okay, I'm gonna remotely log into your computer and just try to see what's going on. And then when he like logs on, he just sees that this guy's like desktop, all of his like icons are just like
Oh yeah,
arranged in
yeah,
the
yeah.
shape of a rocket ship. He's like, whoa, who did that? He's like, oh, Patricia did that like when she left like 4 years ago. It's like, what?
That's
And like,
hilarious.
but like the ID department, he just like complains about the ID department. He's like, this is the thing about you IT guys. I just come with a simple request, and then you guys just mess up everything. And just like, I mean, just make it better. And he's just like, I mean, dude. But then there was that other creator. He's got some like entertaining content. But yeah, that IT thing. What did you think about that? Did it kind
That
of
IT
like
video.
the heavens IT, right? Where it's just like, yeah, it depends on if your family members like have like like a membership to the cloud like pass, right? Like the cloud where it's like
Yeah, that was
we have this cloud
hilarious.
where all our ancestors and stuff are getting like logged into, and it's all based on credits. And like as far as credits are concerned, your grandmother worked at a soup kitchen for 42 years. She's pretty much a whale, And he's like, oh God.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And your grandma says you should be ashamed and like just find the Lord type thing. Where I was just like, oh my gosh, like that is just exactly just kind of how I've been feeling, right? Like just my parents always told me, just like they're always watching us, and I'm just like, well, if they want to watch, whatever. But yeah, it was just crazy, like thinking about that. But
Well, you got to remember, Jesus says, "Where are your accusers? Neither do I condemn you." So
right,
if
well,
Jesus is not even condemning us, then why should we feel condemned by the simple fact that our ancestors who are now in heaven are looking down on us and can see what we do? Jesus can see what we do too.
it's just
Are you
like
feeling condemnation still?
it's just like, are you entertained? It's just like the concept of like a Truman Show, right? It's almost just like like feeling like we are each like a Truman Show of our own, right? Where God and maybe other, like spirits or whatever we want to call it, are just observing and stuff like that, right? Not like in a like like
Infamous
privacy
wants to come
violation.
up.
Infamous. Infamous, what's your
Hey,
real
what's
name?
happening? That's a bit personal.
Wow.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought, man, just like how like heartbreaking. It's just like that, dude. There's only
Wow.
us two here. You don't trust us two? You gotta say it before everybody comes in.
You know
Okay,
Charlie
Because
on a
I used
first
to have,
name basis.
I know, man. Just
I've
this is
had
how.
like experiences where I used to have a friend on TikTok and I gave my whole name, and then they started like leaking like everything to everyone, and
Oh,
I'm a
so
bit paranoid now.
so just like it's not me that you don't trust. You don't trust anybody at this point, right? Just like
Yeah, it's nothing
okay.
against you. Like it's just not, yeah, it's not personal. It's just like it's just my own paranoia.
Yeah, yeah. This is what happens when you just have not been perfected in the love of God. Just like you fear
Yep.
everything. So I understand
I
infamous.
mean, like,
I'll just call you
sure, I fear stuff, but like, it's better to be safe than sorry. Don't you agree?
right, but like, how safe is too safe that we are just like living a just kind of like detached or just like like distrusting like reality, right? Like I get it. I've been like scammed and like people just like man, just like I can't believe just like there's not one real one. I'm like always having faith that one of them's gonna be the real thing, but they're always just scammers. And this is why now at this point, like I trust in God on just like protecting me, and I know the people who are out there, right? And so this is where it's just me, and so you know that about me, right? And so I get it, man. I just wanted to know because out of all
How do I say,
the
like,
guests,
can I just say this? Trust for me is like a glass. You know, you can break it, but once you try to repair that trust, you can't really fix it anymore. It's already broken. That's how I feel like trust is.
You can only sweep it into a dustbin and just like, where's your
You can glue it
where's your
back together,
garbage
but
can?
that's not gonna. You can glue it back together, but that's
Can you
not
let
gonna
up
be the same
Summer,
thing.
Charlie?
Yeah. I would like to address that. Okay,
That's
so
why.
Infamous said, trust to him. Hi, Summer. Good to see you,
Sorry,
sister.
it takes you so long
I know.
to bring up you.
I'm up here, so forgive me. Thank you for Lamb, like
It's
just pointing
okay.
that.
Thanks,
But if you heard,
Beatrice.
Summer, and I want to hear like you and B's like kind of like perception of this too. So Infamous says for him, trust is like a glass that can be broken, right? And it can be kind of just like, swept up and tossed away, or it can try to be glued back together, which is kind of an interesting kind of analogy
But
for
it's
personal.
never gonna be the same again.
All right. I mean, like
never
that's the
gonna be
thing.
the same.
You see all the cracks and all the pieces that broke apart. So I see that. But like, would you agree, B
Can I
and
give you-
Summer? Hold on. Before
What?
you,
Can I give you an example? Like you understand me when I give you this example. Let's say you have a wife or a husband and they cheat on you. Sure, you can maybe trust them again, but it's not gonna be the same anymore. That's it. Like the trust that you had before is gone.
okay.
That's just
So
my-
that is when the glass that you see as the trust just falls out of the hand and hits the floor, right? And just right, like it doesn't maybe.
Well, I'll
bounce
be
off the
honest. If you're going out with somebody and if he's your husband and the husband cheats, I mean, that's not a marriage anymore.
And why is it not a marriage anymore?
Well, I
Because-
That's the
mean,
reason why it's
when you take
because
your
you can't
vows,
trust him anymore.
hold on a second, but when you take your vows, they mean something, when you take
Right,
your
okay.
vows to get married.
So then the contingency, Summer, is the vows that the husband and the bride make to one another, like in front of witnesses, right? So this is where, would that make sense?
Yeah, because
right?
it's not only about the body, right? It's not only about enjoyments of life, but you're making a commitment for good and bad. You know what I'm saying?
But
That you're
when they
gonna
cheat
stick
on you-
together. That's what a marriage is. A lot of people think marriage is, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna get the wedding dress. I'm gonna make this beautiful video for the whole world to see. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have this 2-door garage and send my kids to karate class.
It's just
You know
like,
what I mean?
when does the husband come in? It's just like, tell us about the man. It's just like,
But what do you wait, can I just say what do you actually lose? You lose the trust. That's what you lose. That's why it hurts so much because you lose the trust. You can't really trust that person anymore. That's the
Hey.
main part.
but that's the thing. Did we
But there's
truly
no
know that we
there's
could
no
trust that person
marriage.
in the first
There's
place?
no
So
marriage after that. Do you understand?
Wait, say it again.
after a trust or a vow has been broken, right? Especially between
Just say I
a
was
married
right?
couple.
Just say I was married. Just say I was married, and then I decided to go to a strip club and watch some man dress himself and go home with them. You think my husband is gonna want me back?
Okay. So those are like
He's
two
gonna call
different
me
things.
a
If
fucking whore,
you
give me one
just
kick
went
to
to
the
the
curb
club
with
with
the
the girls on a
underwears that
girls'
I
night
came
out,
in with, okay?
like, is that cheating or
He's
is
gonna
the
kick me
act
to
of
the
just
fucking
like
curb with
going
the underwears I
home
came
with
in
it?
with.
I mean, like Summer.
Charlie, be
Summer.
honest.
Okay,
Wait.
hold on. Infamous. Just mute up for a second. Because Summer, let's just say you and
Yeah.
I are married, and just like, you tell me just like, hey, Charlie, I'm going to go out with the girls. B and I are just going to go like see some Chippendales or something like that. Just like, okay, right? I trust you. Just like, like whatever. You're probably going to be whatever it is. But
Let me
if
tell
I-
you something. If I walked in Chippendales, I'd fucking walk out with some guy. So no.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Okay.
be-
So this is where
There's no
I
way
would
you're
have
going
to
to
know you
Chippendales.
to trust whether like this is where I would have to call B and be like, B.
Oh my god.
I don't know if
But
you know
Charlie-
Summer, but if you want to go there,
If
just
my
make
husband
sure.
lets me go to Chippendales, oh my god. That's
But Charlie, I want to ask you actually, if let's say you're married, Charlie, and someone cheats on
funny.
you, what's your reaction to that?
That's the thing, guys. we're talking about ifs and buts. I'm not married, so let's like put it in a reference that like pertains to us. We're all single except for like B up here, right?
Well,
Like
let's talk
so.
about what
Okay, has
Jesus
anyone?
did.
No, I'm
When
Has
actually
anyone
Jesus
not.
got
given?
I'm
cheated
not.
on,
Hold on a second. I'm not single.
when
Okay.
Never
God
said I
when
was
God was
single.
cheated on, he said, "Return unto me, and I will cure you of your rebellion." He called it rebellion, like because
So Lamb, can I ask you something?
mhm.
Let's say you're married to a man and he cheats on you. What would your reaction be?
Get him the fuck out.
My action would be expose him to everybody and let everybody know
That's
Right.
why I'm about to
Beatrice's
do what I'm
style,
about to
yeah.
do.
You got to put them on blast. Just like this douche.
Oh,
Well, you know what? Jesus
she would
says this
definitely
is the
make a video.
condemnation that the light entered into the world, and man, because of his wickedness, chose darkness rather than light, lest his deeds be wrought by God. So if you love somebody, you have to bring them to the light so that their wickedness can be exposed and, quickened by God. So that's what I would do.
Like
And that's exactly
catching,
what I did.
like when my mother caught like me and my brother shoplifting, like she took me and my brother to the Target and like made us like return it, and like then like was just like, I think like they should go to jail, don't you? And it's like, I mean, whatever. And then she just like like she made it very serious for me and my brother at a young age. So this is where
Hey, I'm
like
gonna be right back. Okay, I'm gonna drop, but I'll be right back. Sorry.
okay, yeah, come back. So Summer, like, and congratulations for just like finding a man. Like, I hope that he is good for you and that he loves like all the beauty and light that I know like you
Well, yeah, I
you
mean,
you being.
I just established a relationship for 1 month and 2 weeks, so it's still new. But yeah, I'm not single. That's all I want to
Well,
say.
okay. Well, sorry. I'm still
Yeah.
single, right? Not ready to mingle. But again, okay. So now,
Yeah.
like, okay, now Summer, in your case,
Hmm.
like, if
Yeah.
he cheats just like once, or even if he just goes like to a gentleman's club, as they
I
call it,
wouldn't. Yeah. I
like,
wouldn't. I don't choose. I don't end up with a guy that has those type of morals.
or
You know what I mean?
circles, probably also, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very more respectful situation.
glory to
Yeah,
God.
but can I ask you something?
Hmm. Yeah.
Like you said, like you don't go with a certain type of people, but how do you know that this certain person can't change and be different? How do you know he's
Well,
always going to stay like
nobody
this?
knows. Listen, nobody knows the future. We're not talking about if someone knows the future. We're talking about now. Nothing is guaranteed in life, but if you do believe in God, like I believe in God, and I believe God brought me this person in my life, and I think God brought this person in my life because also of healing purposes, because he's very healing for me.
He
Very,
is.
very
But did he,
healing.
but did he bring
And
him to stay with you or to teach you a lesson? Because
no,
like
no,
To
you
there's a
don't
heal.
listen. Listen. Let me
To
hold
heal.
on. I gotta take this. Okay. First of all, let's not talk negative because you're
no,
digging
no,
into
no.
some. Hold
No, no,
on.
no, no, no.
I'm not
Like
talking
Summer,
Yeah, but
negative.
Summer.
hold on.
He's
Hold on
not.
a
He's not.
second.
Like, don't take him negative.
No,
Like, if you can.
I'm just saying like we don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just saying.
I know,
If,
but listen, I'm gonna teach you something in life. Okay. When God brings you something, why are you digging into it and putting worms on it? Like, why would you do that? For
I'm not,
yourself. For
but
yourself.
if God brings you something, you shouldn't assume the rest of the
Hold
piece.
on
You
a
know what I mean?
second.
Like,
You're not me. You're not me, and you're not God. So you don't know what God brought me, and you don't
Hold
know
on.
anything about it.
but I'm not.
So
You're making the assumption, not me. You
No,
said
hold on.
God
It's
did
all in
this
our words,
because.
though.
I know,
Infamous
but
Summer.
you're
If he
you're
reworded it, like if he reworded it as like, if God brings us something, then it's not like guaranteed. That would be a different kind of statement, as opposed to just like, if
yeah,
God
but you're
brings
you're
you
asking you're
something.
asking something for the future, right? Does anybody know the future? God is not expecting you to dictate what the future is. God said don't care about what happens tomorrow, or
Just
you
be
gotta
grateful
care about
for
what
the day,
happens now.
right? which is the
Yeah.
present, the gift of
God
just
brought me.
having
God
somebody
brought
who
me.
is healing for you. And that is a gift from God, right? Just somebody who
It
comes into
is.
our
It
life
really is.
and is
It
able to
really is.
really
Okay, but
reconcile and
Charlie,
heal.
when you get married to someone, you're obviously planning a future. You're planning one day you're gonna have kids, one day you're gonna do this and that. So you're planning for the future. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but you're planning for the future, you know. So
But that's between
But
the two people involved.
yeah,
That's
that's
not
not
between
what
the
I see
world.
marriage as. I am planning for my present, like days, right? And having somebody next to me. My vows are going to be very personal to my partner, like, you know, my bride type thing, right? And this is where I'm still not married at 44 because of like the kind of like Western kind of conception of what marriage is. Just like that lavish dress, the lavish wedding, the like, you know, guests, the honeymoon. And then
Charlie,
after that, it's just debt, debt, debt. Does that
why
make
don't you go
sense?
to why don't you go to South Korea and find
I
yourself a nice
did.
girl?
I did. And
And
it
what
didn't work
happened?
out. She had a plan for our future to be me moving there as opposed to her coming here. And that was where, when I came out to South Korea to see her, it was to meet her family. And the whole time, she only introduced me to her brother at the end when he drove me to the airport. And so, you know, a lot happened in this time when we were just like alone with one another. And so,
Well, the thing is that for me personally, communication is very important.
of
And when
course,
you're gonna decide what you're gonna do moving forward, two people might have different dreams, you know?
right.
But you know what? Whatever you do, if you're with the right person and they care about you, you can actually work it out. It will all work out.
Two
You know
can
what I mean?
become one. Two dreams can be one unified.
Well,
And this is
I
where
mean,
my father told
just
me,
say this. Yeah, just say this person lives here and I live here and I also want to live there. Like, I mean, in another, like in Greece, let's just say. You know, when you work it out, who says you can't have property here, here, and here?
oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like,
Charlie, you can do
you're
six
absolutely right.
months,
Like, Summer, that's the
there,
thing.
6 months here.
No,
Like
what I'm saying is
10 years
that you
later,
don't
I
have to
look
worry
back at
about,
it
you don't
and
have
like,
to, yeah, like I never expected in a million years that I would move to the United States, but you know, considering the person has their family there and you know they have goals, very very successful goals that they want to do, you know, I also have to be considerate of that. You know what I mean?
aware
But
and also
but
considerate,
even
like,
if even if you have all that, they're still, you know, they still consider my feelings and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, if you want to go there, let you know. And I find that very I find that so
healing.
caring that I probably would probably do what's best for him because he wanted to do what's best for me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Just,
if a person is willing to leave their atmosphere just because I want to be over here, that to me is like you cannot find that anywhere. So I would
okay.
consider that. I would consider that and probably live where they are somewhere in a hillbilly community. And
Wherever it may
then,
be, it could be in a
yeah,
dumpster for all you care at this point, right? But just like when
as
you
long
hear
as, long
just
as
like
I'm
that
armed.
from your man, just like, you know, like, I'll go
Yeah,
wherever you want to go.
but
And you're just like, I'm going to come
yeah,
to you.
but that doesn't mean that, you know, I still don't want to go to Greece maybe, you know what I mean? Because I love Greece. I love the life. So, but whatever you do, if you're with the right person, you can figure it out, and you don't have to figure it out today. That's
Right.
the great part.
My father told me, and I like, tell me if you agree with this, Summer.
Hmm.
Love at first sight is easy. Like, we fall in love at first sight all the time. But the key is finding someone who is
Hmm.
walking in our direction, like the same direction, right? Like that we're
Yeah.
going in, right? Like,
Hmm.
just, you know, like we'll get to crosswalks and just be like, you know, like, I'm going straight. You know, it's like, oh, this is
Yeah.
where I'm like going right, you know, like type thing. You know, like we have to know the final
See,
destination. So like the
I have a
dream,
specific,
right?
yeah, I have a specific type of character, right? And my
That
brain
what
works differently.
I mean, you're Summer. Like that's the thing where like you're Summer, like you know,
Yeah,
that's like God made you,
and not
and then like you know, that's
not
like
every not every never not everybody can understand me, to understand or accept me for who I am.
well,
You know,
those people
sometimes
were
sometimes I say dumb shit. Sometimes, but
yeah, I know exactly.
I'm not an with someone that I care about. I'm not an argumentative person.
Well,
If
I
they're the right
hope not.
person, yeah. If they're the right person,
I hope
yeah.
not. Like, can you imagine just like my
Yeah, just
my
get up one
like
day and
dream
take this
partner is
bottle and
somebody that I
smash it
could
on the
just yell
wall.
at every day, just like, why are you still with me?
No,
Just like God, I
no,
love you.
no, no.
Just
I'm not. That's not my character. You
no,
might have
no.
seen me doing that. People might have seen me screaming and being really, really loud, but that was just because I was getting bullied.
Yeah, no. That's the
But
hardest
my
thing to
character is
watch
different.
for me, like for you in like those like rooms. I'll just put it
Oh,
like
but I
that.
handled it.
Where
I handled
yes,
it
you do, but that's the thing
because
where that's where
nobody
you handled
ever
it,
bullied
but
me.
like all the men on that panel who were just handled didn't
Hmm.
ever learn or get the change. Does that make sense? And just watching that day in, day out, like I was just
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I get drained at this point, but just like even with Lamb and B and like just I just don't know how men of God who like just verbally confess, just like, yeah, we follow Christ and all this stuff, and have like this spirit that just like belittles women and like just goes
Well,
off
that's
on
why, you know what?
temper
Can I tell you
tantrums,
something? Can I tell you something?
anything.
Um, Before I met this person, I was on a different platform, right? On what's his face? Z Dots. And the thing about it is, I said I wasn't gonna go there, and I had
I
told my
heard you say
boyfriend.
that, and I was just like, "Oh man, like
Yeah, and
Summer,
so what happened
don't
was,
write checks that you
so what
can't."
happened was that because of the entertainment, I was sucked in. So I had a conversation, and I said, "Would it be so bad if I just went there?" Blah 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 blah. And you know what? They explained to me that I was the one that said I don't want to go there. Okay, and
They
plus,
being like Z and his guests, or
yeah, and because Z Dot has a thing for me, it's not appropriate for me to go there, even though I'm not interested in him. You
right,
know what I mean?
right.
I would probably
Especially
be
with your
influenced.
partner now, right? So you have like
Yeah,
this now
yeah,
commitment.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, beautiful.
And then he gave a scenario like, what if it happened to me that there was this other? Would you like that? And I, and I was like, oh, you're gonna go there now. So
Okay, okay.
yeah.
He sounds
And
like
I
he's
said no, I wouldn't like that.
right.
So he goes,
Okay,
there, you got your
Charlie,
answer.
welcome back.
can I ask you something, Charlie? So when you look for a partner, where do you go to look for one?
I don't look. I
Yeah.
never looked.
No,
Actually,
I'm asking
Here,
Charlie, not you.
I did. My answer is the same. Just I stop looking
yeah.
and I just do things that I
You don't
love.
look, you just attract.
No, I
No,
just
actually, you know what? Actually, I met my boyfriend on Fantasy Bully's platform, which I would never in a million years think
On
that I would
what?
meet him.
On
Sorry?
what did you meet him on?
that is not where I thought you would ever have
Yeah,
said like you met him either.
I met my boyfriend on Fantasy Bully's platform.
What's that?
Okay.
Oh,
It's an inside thing. He doesn't know. It's just like
okay.
another like live host who just like is he's the
There's a
guy
lot
who
of
told me
drama.
I'm a bastard and that I'm in like like a fat kid. Just like I could go suck Satan's dick. Just like he just like crashed out on me and also on Lamb. Just like if you want to
Well, he called
agree
me a
with Charlie,
whore. He called
yeah,
me a whore the
just
other
all
day.
these
So
people, right? Like and like I don't know. Like he is not
it
somebody
doesn't
who I
mean that I
think.
might not go there ever. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? But
you can go there
but
together now, right? It's just like, hey, you want to go to Dennis together?
actually, well, only on my live do I ask my boyfriend to come and help me, But no, I don't have to go together everywhere I go, like, and he doesn't have to. No,
Oh no, I'm
like,
not saying
no.
like Like this is
Yeah,
a
I mean,
like
if
a
we,
law,
yeah, yeah.
but just like
I
if you guys
mean,
have nothing to
if I'm
do, just
there and
like
I share with them, yeah,
let's see
yeah,
what Dennis is doing. Oh, same thing, right? Just like
uh-huh,
watching this thing live and then go to
yeah,
Z, just same thing, right? Like just you
yeah,
see how much you two have grown together
yeah,
and
uh-huh,
how like everybody else has just kind of stayed where they
uh-huh,
are, right? So that to me is a
uh-huh.
beautiful thing about having a partner that like helps me just grow, right? And that could be anybody, Infamous, right?
Well,
Like people
there's a lot of things I like about him. He's a very hard worker, and yeah, there's a lot of things I have
like
to say.
what do you can you elaborate? Like hard worker meaning just like
Yeah,
he does like
he
manual
drive he
labor
drives a truck.
or
No, he's a truck driver. But he's
well, long
um
hours. Like
35 years old.
like semi
He's a
truck
truck driver. Yeah,
driver?
he
Like
drove 10 hours today. So he's a truck driver. He has his dog in the back and
He's
he goes to America. Yeah. But
all
he does
around.
have goals
He
to
gets to
own his
see
own. Yeah,
is he like
it's a,
I have a tenant
but he does have,
who does
sorry?
that.
but he does have goals to own his own and then hire some couple of good, really people. So
Oh,
he
he's
does
His
like
own
ambitious.
to,
truck or his own
yeah, his own truck.
company. Okay, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
maybe that's something you guys can work together and just
No,
like
no, that's
travel.
not nothing to do. No, that's
Okay, we're
his
not there
job.
yet. We're not there yet, right?
No,
Like
no,
you
no,
just
no. I'm
know.
not. I'm not saying that his job is his job. I have my company. I invented a program, so I have my own thing going.
Oh dang!
So
I
yeah, I
always
mean, we both
wondered what
have.
all of you on your like on those rooms like did for a living because I saw you just like all the time,
Yeah,
like working hours of
I
your day.
invented I invented two programs I formatted out for the general population, and
Can
I'm
we
getting that
know what they
launched. There
are?
has been a
Oh,
lot of
okay, okay. So
delays. There has been a lot of delays, but yeah, it's gonna happen, and I'm very
hey,
excited about it.
Godspeed.
Yeah. And the thing about my company is that I can live anywhere I want in the world because I'm not bound to a physical place.
That's
So,
that's a gift from God, also, right there, right? A
yeah,
career that
the two
allows you
programs I
to be
invented
anywhere.
are from God. They
No,
were divine gifts.
that's from you using the gift that God gave you, sister. Don't forget that, right?
Yeah, I'm
Like
actually using it for myself and
well,
benefiting from it.
and for others, right? Like this is the thing where we are
Yeah.
all given our specific talents, right? Some to speak tongues, some to interpret tongues, some
Yeah,
and others.
I created a program that changes something in the brain and I connected it to weight loss using neuroscience, psychology, and cognitive behavior.
Oh dang!
And I formatted out for the general population and yeah, so I'm getting that ready.
So,
So it's like
Joel, you said
for like weight loss and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
through
I've
brain
lost 25 pounds so far on my program.
with just like frequencies or like
so
No,
what can
brain.
no. I create a program that uniquely connects the neurotransmitters because you have everything already intact. You get your dopamine, serotonin, satisfaction, feeling, deals with addictions, and also create the psychological tools and features to hold the connection. So all
Can
the
you
information's on
can
the
you slow that
website.
down like to like
Yeah. So
0.5% speed of
basically,
what you
yeah.
just said
So
that
basically, yeah. So
there?
basically, my program helps you connect your own neurotransmitters responsible for weight loss.
Okay, responsible for
Yeah.
weight loss that the
hmm
people who are overweight have
Yeah.
severed or just kind of like
Well,
atrophied.
their neurotransmitters have disconnected, and my program helps them connect it.
Okay,
So this
okay.
way, and when
wait,
their
all right.
neurotransmitters connect, they'll be able to receive the dopamine and serotonin,
And
and
like
it heals it.
metabolism,
It heal. No, no,
like
no, no,
raises no
no, no, no,
metabolism or anything
no,
like that. It's
no.
all dopamine and serotonin.
You're adding. No, you can't add anything. What I'm saying, because yeah. So
Oh, I'm
when
just
they
asking a question, so forgive me. I'm not trying to add
okay.
or anything like that. I'm just asking a
Yeah,
question.
so my program helps you because it's targeted and it's very potent, and it helps you connect your neurotransmitters responsible for weight loss.
Neurotransmitters responsible for
Yeah,
weight loss that
and it
are
heals it.
responsible for activating the rate of metabolism? Like I always was under the understanding.
Okay,
that
I never
our
said the metabolism has
Well, I know.
metabolism has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Okay. So these,
Okay.
it's just
That's-
about these connections.
So
these
when you
receptors.
connect when your
Neural pathways.
neurotransmitters exactly. When your neurotransmitters are connected, it releases dopamine and serotonin. That's the blood flow. Okay. So the serotonin is a satisfying feeling right below the belly. And the dopamine is, I'm going to do it function, and it saves it in the memory for next time. That's why when you go into the supermarket and you buy the chocolate cake and you didn't want to, halfway when you're eating it, you're like, oh my God, I didn't want to do this. Well, the memory of you saying that you're not going to do it again was gone. Why? Because there's no blood flow. There's no dopamine, serotonin. Do you understand? Your impulse control issues are not healed.
Or you've just maybe, I'm with you. Like you just formed a bad habit where it's just like, I shouldn't do this, but you just buy it anyway.
No, it's not a habit. No, I never said habit.
Oh,
There's
I
no
know.
such thing
Can I
as
just
habit.
say?
I'm just putting it in my language where like, I used to be an
but there's
addict.
but there's no habit when your neurotransmitters are not connected. There is no habit. Does not exist. You just don't have them connected, and you're not getting the dopamine, serotonin.
Okay.
So basically, wait, I want to ask something now.
Interesting.
Basically, whoever has this issue can't lose weight without your magic
Okay,
pill.
let me tell you something about your thinking. You're very negative.
I'm
He's
not
an
And
negative.
I would like you to, when you're asking a question, I would like you to be less devious and more honest in your question. So
No,
I never
I'm
said,
honest.
hold on a second, okay? I never said someone can't lose weight without my program, okay? I don't know their situation. Maybe their dopamine levels and serotonins are normal. But in the majority of cases, it's hard to lose weight if your neurotransmitters are not connected.
But
not
the thing
just
is-
not just for you're not listening. Hello, sir. I'm not here to argue. Okay, I don't need to.
I know, but
Because
We're
my
men.
hold on a
We're
second,
men.
hold on a second, sir. And this is why I don't talk about my program on different subjects because on different platforms because I invented a program. I don't need to talk about my program with you. Do you understand? I'm just being courteous and I'm, doing something I'm not supposed to do to an unknown person that's not interested. Do you understand? My program went viral on Instagram before it was even available. Nurses, doctors want it. I'm not interested in your conversation. If you want to be jealous and ignorant and, negative, you can do that at the corner down the street.
Okay. Like, so
Okay.
let's maybe shift gears or something like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
every
it's
time,
fascinating.
you know what? Every
really
time I
care
talk
what you do,
about
just
my
like-
program, when I do on a different platform that I'm not supposed to, these rusty people always come before me and start crying. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
they
don't
didn't
think
get to
anyone's
think of it
crying, it's
first,
just
type
you
thing.
Oh,
making-
they did. Listen to me. When I go do my
You're
promoting
making weight
downtown,
loss
people
seem so
hand me their
complicated.
phones,
Weight
okay?
loss
So,
is really simple.
hello. I'm sorry
Weight loss is
if
really
you don't
simple.
get it and you're negative and you're probably not working on important
Summer,
things.
I
Not my
really do get
problem.
it.
Not my problem.
I've actually
When
studied
I go do
nutrition,
my
so
promoting downtown,
Okay.
people hand me their phones. Do you understand? Hand me
Yeah,
their phones. So I don't think you're in this category to ask a question.
Just so
Sorry.
I
Okay.
am.
Like-
No, you're not.
I actually,
Let's all woo
I
some.
am, 'cause
Okay,
I've
I'm
studied-
taking
I've
over.
studied
Yeah.
nutrition,
The teacher has.
I don't
Hey,
need to explain
Summer,
everything
Summer,
because
Summer,
everything's
Summer.
on the website
Right,
and
like,
everything.
I agree
when
with
it
you.
gets
Like,
done.
that's right.
I'm not here to debate. Hello. I'm not here to debate something that I invented. I'm sorry.
Right. Hey,
That you
I think
thought
both
that.
of you. I think both of you have forgotten that you guys are in my room. So listen to
Yeah.
me when I just kind of ask you guys. Let's just kind of
Did
shift gears.
Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking debate his invention that sold 180 million copies worldwide, and I quit smoking from that? Like, have a brain at least when you're
You know how
talking.
many? So you're basically saying because it's sold so many times that it's a good product. Is that what your reasoning?
Like, she
Okay,
didn't say that at
when
all.
I
It's
never
just-
said that, Sarah. You're bringing up stuff that I never even said. And the reason why
But,
you're doing
like-
it because you're a negative person.
I'm not negative.
on,
It's just
hold on.
like you
Okay,
make
well,
fun
I
of
said,
stuff.
Hold on.
a couple, I said a couple
okay,
things.
hold on,
I
hold on,
invented.
hold on.
Hold on a second.
You don't like the
I said a
truth.
couple things. I
Hold on,
invented
hold
a
on, hold on,
program.
hold on.
I
Just-
formatted
hold on,
out
Summer,
for the general
Summer,
population.
Summer, I just like dropped him for a second so that like it's just you and
Yeah.
me now for a second. Just like be with me here.
But
Sister,
this
right
is
now,
what
right? Like,
happens because
Like,
when I talk about what I'm doing on a public platform with shady people, this is
but
what's
like,
going to happen.
how do you know? Like, you just
Sorry.
met him. Like, I know him.
Well, yeah, I
Like,
can tell.
here's the
He's
thing.
very. What do you mean? How do I know?
I mean, like,
How
I know
do
you
I
had like that
know?
woman's intuition type thing where, you know, like, I already got a
What do you
sense
mean
when I
that I
asked
can
him
tell someone
earlier.
that's shady or not? He's very shady.
Well, he already told us before you came up when it was like me, Lamb,
Let
and
me
him
tell you
that
something. When I
he
go out into the
doesn't-
world, hold on a second. Hold on a second. When I go out into the world and I do my promoting and I tell people, they're so positive. They're like, "Oh my God, that's so interesting. How does it work?" You know what I mean? And my job is to give them the marketing because everything's on the website. I don't have to sit here and answer 50,000 questions. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And that's
You're
why
not,
we have.
You're not looking
we have,
for new clients, right? Like, this is your downtime.
No,
and stuff like that.
I'm just saying it for, the courtesy of talking about it. But
Yeah.
I'm not going
For
to sit
me,
here and
getting
talk
to
to
know
a
you.
shady person that's
Right? Like-
jealous, that's not working on important things, to sit here and try to pick at something that I invented that's going to become very successful and be available in 47 countries worldwide. I mean, there's no need for that. I have social media, okay? And that's all I need. I have my website. I can create a commercial. I don't need to debate my program. That's disgusting. And anybody that does that to someone is like really low grade to me. You know what I mean?
Low tier.
After I invented the program, I formatted out. I did $85,000 of work on my own in poverty to format it out. So some punk's gonna come up here and start picking his nose in front of me. Disgusting. Okay.
Hey, that's when I show my face, so you can't say. It's just like, was I picking my
Yeah.
nose? Oh, do you guys see
So
when I'm like picking my nose?
brain, so my brain produced it on the spot, and I format it out for the general population. So when the brain does produce something, you have to know that it's something very powerful and it has energy. Do you understand?
Right.
So
I agree.
I apply the program inward. Okay. It takes 4 to 6 days to take effect, and then the first 14-day period to connect. And you
Okay.
just have to follow the instructions. Everything's in the box. Okay, everything's in
Right.
the box. Comes in a box, and there's a live chat feature on the right bottom hand corner on the website, and they can contact and get any further information. They can schedule a callback if they want. In the beginning, I'm sure that's not going to happen later on because but yeah, all the information is on the website. It's in the box. There's instructions. So yeah, it's not like
It's
It's
been
not like-
tested, right? This isn't just like other
Yes.
TikTokers coming up here, just like, I figured out quantum propulsion. I'm just like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, it's just like,
yeah,
Right.
it got
But-
tested on me.
Like, this is
That's
where,
not
like,
me.
just because I think, like, it's absolutely, like, whatever, I have doubts, but I sit down and I give them, this is where I think about what Jesus means. Like, when I read, like, if somebody asks you to walk with them a mile, go 2, right? Like, just go this extra mile. And then this is where, like, Dennis came on me, just like, Charlie, you got to stop, like, listening to these, like scientists and all this stuff because they're gonna indoctrinate you and blah blah blah. I'm just like, how weak do you think I am? Right? Like,
Can
just
you mute him? Can you mute him? This is from the negativity, right? He's very negative. Can you mute his
let me
comments?
teach
It's
you
really,
something,
it's
Summer.
really disgusting,
Just swipe right on your screen and just mute all the comments and just be here with me. Just like
Yeah.
that thing. That's what
Well,
I do.
I just tell people, work on important things, move forward, and do not be negative in life. Let me tell you something infamous. On my social media, okay, on my Instagram, I have over 300 people when I was in the promoting, and one lady yesterday where I found her downtown. I wasn't actually doing the promoting, I was just downtown, but I did tell her about the program, and everyone always passes me their phones. Most people do. And she posted a comment on my social media, and she told me if you had the program, I would purchase it from you now. So when this person in the comments talks about he's not interested, I couldn't care less. My program is going to be available in 47 countries worldwide. And I'm very excited. Yeah, and I don't have to talk to people on this
Maybe-
level. You know what I mean?
Maybe he's overweight and just skeptical, Summer. He's just like, I don't know. I've had like other
Well,
people. Jenny Craig told me her
listen,
program's gonna work.
I know,
I did
I
Weight
know, but
Watchers.
I don't have listen, okay? I don't have personal conversations about people's opinions. If they want to purchase the program, they can go to the shopping cart. If they have a code, they can get it for $109.99 on the shopping cart. If they don't, they'll pay $348.99 for it. I don't get involved in what they think or their feelings or anything like that. I invented a program, okay? And my program is very powerful. And if he doesn't have a job, then he can go work at the gas station and, be more positive in life.
He's in school. He's a young man. He's like in his early 20s. So this is where, as a chaplain sister,
Well, he has a long way to go.
I am trying to not train, but just
But
to
put someone
educate
down
the young men
to put someone down.
how to
Yeah,
be
but he's
men.
very negative, and he's gonna have a hard time with his job because of that. And let me tell you something. When I go into the hiring, because I'll be hiring a secretary assistant manager for the program, that kind of character would get out. If I heard that character while I'm interviewing, out. I would never ever hire him.
Can I put in
Okay.
an application? I don't really have a impressive
Well,
resume.
I'm gonna, yeah.
But I've been told I would be a
Any-
great secretary. Where,
No, I'm looking for a specific person for a secretary assistant manager for the program. So not a man. I'm not like biased or anything like that, but it's going to be a female, and she's going to have to have marketing skills, manager skills, and so it's a very specific person.
Hey, if you got it that detailed, no offense to here. I don't even need a job.
Well, yeah, I'm
just
gonna.
kinda-
I mean, this is my life, right? I can hire who I want. I'm gonna find a woman that is very experienced in marketing and management, and computer skills, and there's a lot of things. So, this is not like a personal thing. This is business. You know
But
what I mean?
it's trust. But you know that business is a dog eat dog world, right? That's what
No,
they say.
I don't care. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I have my own company, so
I do.
I don't go through any
I
of
know,
that.
and this is
I
where
don't go through.
like when you go, I was tasked with hiring a secretary and all these managers, and I was just what are we looking for? And my father's business partner was well, for the secretary, I want you to find a 20-something-year-old blonde from England with big boobs. And I was just Dad, is he being serious? And he's yeah, but don't listen to him. So they entrusted me. And this is my father's company. This is my family's living type thing. So I didn't want to just put in anybody. So my interviewing process was very different.
Did you read what I answered to him? He says
I never
losing
paid
weight
attention.
is a lot simpler than you think. And I answered, yet people are overweight and they can't lose weight, dumb nut. Okay.
I thought he said it's not as simple as it
that's
thinks.
that's how much brain he has, okay?
Hey, no, I mean it's a
That's how much
20-year-old confidence. It's just when I was 20, man, I was
Losing
just
weight
I could
is
eat
a lot
this.
simpler than that, yet people can't do it. And it's not only losing weight, it's continuing to lose weight. Not just lose 10 pounds, okay, or 15 pounds. Lose more weight if you have to, and then keep it off, okay?
I mean, I was more can I ask you, because what you said, because I'm also
I lost
very-
I lost 25 pounds on my program, and I'm continuing to lose more, okay?
so
Until I get
is
to
there
my
a
goal weight.
okay? So you have a target
Yeah, I do.
set.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, how do you prevent or is there no risk of going lower than that? Is there a way to now tell that connection to just okay, we can slow down or whatever?
I don't know what you
doing?
mean. I don't know what you mean. When you get your goal weight, then you don't
You
don't
use
need the program anymore.
You don't use the
No,
you don't use the product anymore.
No,
right?
you don't. No, it's actually there's going to be more information about that. I haven't written that out yet. When I get to
Okay.
that part, instead of using my program 4 to 5 days a week, I'll be using it maybe 2 times a month.
Okay.
So that's how you maintain it.
Okay. Right. It's
Yeah.
it's just kind of
Yeah, because
based on
my
the individual.
my theory, not that I went through it, but being on my program for 7 months, depending on how much you weigh, but if you have to lose less, it'll be less, obviously. But I'm just using the 7 months as an example.
Okay.
So if I'm on my program for 7 months, My observation would probably be that your neurotransmitters are now connected, and you don't have to connect them every day. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Right. So this is when you
Yeah.
cut it down to just like 2 times
2 times a month,
per
just to
month.
hold the connection. Just to hold the connection, yeah.
Right. And then another evaluation like in another 3 months or like the next month, just like seeing if they went up in weight or if like it stabilized.
I mean,
and just
if you
say,
want to, yeah, but it's not gonna. It's you lost all the weight, and now you just want to maintain it. That's all.
Right. Hey,
And when you lose in intervals, you can allow that eating behavior to run its course. You know what I mean?
right.
So,
You develop new like neural pathways that
well,
like
when your neurotransmitters are connected to weight loss, if you eat, like just say for the first 17 pounds, I want to go get a hamburger, French fries, and whatever I wanted, a dessert, whatever.
a large soda.
That gets actually exempt because of your neurotransmitters being connected. You don't even gain any weight from that. Did you know that?
I mean, like, I feel I'm a living version of this because I eat fast food every day, and I am still at like, I like weighed myself and I was like, oh man, like,
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you're on the program and you lose in intervals, your first 17 pounds. If you go have, whatever you want to eat, like just whatever it is that you want to eat, you're not going to gain any weight because you're still connected to the program.
oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Just like this
So
is where
whatever
the
you
program
ate, whatever
is
you
just kind of
ate,
like using whatever
whatever
you
you
ate
ate,
to just
whatever
like
you ate gets exempt. Okay.
right, not exempt, but just kind of like used in a different way than like gaining weight. It's used by your program to like reconnect these neural pathways in a sense. Is that accurate? Would that be accurate?
No, what I'm saying is that when you eating that hamburger and French fries and dessert, your neurotransmitters are already connected. Do you understand?
Right.
So,
To
it lifts the depression off. It lifts the depression so you're more relaxed and your system doesn't gain weight from what you ate. You just continue the next day. That's the beautiful thing about it.
right, we're not
can have
feeling guilt and shame and depressed
Not
about eating
but not
something.
gaining that too, but not gaining a pound, not even gaining weight from it.
Hey, amen. That's why I pray before every meal. Just like, thank you, God, for just this
Yeah.
like food today, like, and allow it to give me the energy to sustain like whatever it is you will for me to do. And I just eat, and yeah, just it hasn't.
Yeah, and
Like-
the other thing my program helps is it stops the hunger. Like when you're always hungry or you're bored
cravings and stuff like that.
it stops it. It stops it. Like it stops it.
Hey, I really hope that it does reach like masses because like this is something where I don't know, like I've been blessed with just
Oh, it
people
went
tell
viral.
me people always tell me
went
just like
viral.
it's because you're Asian. You Asians just have a high metabolism. Look at Kobayashi. Ever since that, like competitive eater from Japan who it's just like
Yeah.
everybody thinks. So it's just like maybe that's it, and my mind just believed that and made like that connection. But everything that you're like proposing in like that theory that you said, I think it's fascinating, and like I
No,
hope
it's not a theory. It's not a theory.
well, you said theory, like in your theory.
No,
like, I'm just talking-
I said theory about
like
afterwards.
the after
like,
kind of like
after
process.
7 months.
Right.
After
I wasn't
7
referring
months
to the
of being
product.
on the yeah. Not
I just wanted-
product, program.
Program. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is where, again, like I try to demonstrate like Summer, and if you can help me too, just as a sister, and like type thing where, again, as a chaplain, I'm really trying to show men, not just like young men, but like my elders, like Dennis and stuff, like how somebody just in today's time, like today's society, needs to be able to regulate and behave and discipline oneself, right? And with the Bible talks about it all the time, like
The thing is, right? Like this man up here, when he was talking, his behavior and his thinking is really, really off. He
really,
thinks negative. Like someone says this,
he's a man.
and he
Summer, That's a man right there. So it's just like give him that like handicap at that point, right?
Yeah,
It's
but
not an
you can't.
excuse,
You have
more of an
to.
explanation.
Yeah, but you have to have some decorum. You have
Right,
to be classy. You
right. Like
can't just talk like out of your ass. You know
without
what I
even
mean?
yeah, without knowing the person, letting the person know who you
Without
are, right?
knowing the person, like first he attacked the relationship subject. Then he went and attacked, you know, what I invented. Like why
Well,
is
okay. It's like that's the
intelligent
thing though.
why
Like
is an
I didn't
intelligent
see it as an
person
attack. Is
hold on. Why hold on a second. Why is an intelligent person not grasping or comprehending when someone says, I invented a program. I formatted out for the general population. I created a program that changes something in the brain and I connected it to weight loss using neuroscience, psychology, and cognitive behavior. Like, why can't you get that? You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
like I think he is like studying like cyber security or something like that. So I
there's
mean,
nothing to do, yeah.
so
But
either way, like it's just you and
yeah, and
I.
I've noticed when I'm in my target audience, which is the public, okay? Because every time I go into the public, anybody I tell them, 97% of the people are interested. Now I come onto TikTok and once in a while I'll bring it up. This is not my target audience. So when you're in a room and it's not your target audience, you're gonna get tomatoes thrown at you. Okay?
Yeah, I used to be a stand-up comedian.
And that's
So
just the way
like,
it is.
yeah,
And the great part is I don't ever come across people that are not my target audience when it comes to the program because that's not how I do business, right? I go outside and I do my promoting downtown. That's my target audience right there. Actually, when I did that years ago, and it combined into my social media, my Instagram went viral. And I had to take out the viral because the program wasn't available. It took a long time. Like I had a lot of delays because of my poverty. Do you understand?
the means, right? Like funding and stuff like that. But you held
Well,
on to that
yeah.
dream, right? Like you didn't let it crush it, and that is the
Oh
perseverance,
no,
right?
no.
Like
I mean, I have the lady that just posted a couple days ago. You know, if I would have stayed downtown, I could have got 30 to 40, 50 people a day to post on my social media, and that's what's going to happen when I go downtown and I start my promoting. You know what I mean? But
hey,
I had a lot of delays, you know? And now, I put a very strict schedule. I wake up in the morning and I focus on what I have to do, you know,
I
and I'll
mean,
get it done. Yeah.
right? Like, is that a strict schedule? I mean, just like, are there
Yeah.
less people
Monday,
who wake
well,
up and just like don't think about what they're gonna do, right? Like to me, a strict schedule is like I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and then go to the gym,
yeah.
and then put on
Uh-huh.
the prod or the program, right? And
Yeah.
then get my meal and like have like this strict kind of like
I'm talking about schedule. I'm talking about work and
yeah,
getting things done. You know what
right,
I
right,
mean?
right.
Like
Focus,
clean the
right?
house, organize everything. What do you have to do today? I have to do this, this, this. I have to get that done. And I'm finished at around sometimes I'm finished at 5, sometimes I'm finished at 7 or 8. You know what I mean? So,
Right. But you always
depending
get finished, right? Like all your to dos on your list get done.
most of the time, right now that's what's happening. Today was Sunday and I was at the library. I had to get some work done. But then I didn't want to stay at the library. I wanted to leave and walk to the beach, which was 80 minutes. 80-minute walk.
Hey, right there. Beautiful. You're getting
And then I went
exercise. You're
there.
getting air.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I took the bus home. And then I went on live with my boyfriend. And then after the live, I spoke with my boyfriend. And then he went to bed and I didn't go to bed.
Is that where you came in here then? Just like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
you know?
because I'm not I have to start going to bed at around 12 Um,
Your time?
so I can
Aren't
get
you
home.
on Eastern? Like
Yeah,
Standard Time?
yeah. It's
So it's already
1:13
like
in the morning.
yeah. I mean, I'm in Colorado, so it's only 11:13 like right now. So it's
Yeah.
just like time zones are crazy. Where I talk to people all over the world, where they're like in the next day in the future, like already in the evening, like Infamous is. He's in
Yeah.
Australia type thing, right? So
But
yeah.
I do have plans to see him in 3 months. He has to deal with some issues and I have to deal with my work. So after 3 months, we will meet at the United States side where the Niagara Falls is. So I can't wait
If you
to
need a
go to Niagara
chaplain
Falls.
to just do it right there. Now, I mean, like, here's the thing where my father
Hmm.
told me, Summer, just like, if me and my brother, like, marry, like, any woman, he expects us to sign a prenuptial agreement, right? He just said that, a prenuptial agreement. And my brother, he who was younger than me, he's 3 years younger than me, got married
Yeah.
and, like, did that. Like, like an actual prenup of just like, if we get divorced, this is what happens type thing. Where
You
like,
know what? You know why I don't like the prenuptial agreements?
because you're
I don't
already
like that.
preparing
Yeah,
for a failure, right? So this is
exactly.
where
Yeah.
my parents, like, I know my parents, right? So I asked my dad, just like, for me, a prenuptial agreement is sitting down with like that girl in South Korea and be like, before we get married, what are we going to do? First year, second year, third year, first month after the honeymoon, right? And so when she told me her plan was for me to move out there, I was just like, hold up, I told you from the very beginning, like to come out here. So this is the first time now so it's just like she was very like new to just dating, which was like part of that like country's customs, right? It's not about just, like exploring and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that. It's
I
very
don't think about that. I don't think about that right now.
that's good.
I mean, I don't think
Right?
of that right now.
Just be in the present and just be
Yeah.
like grateful for just like that healing that you stated to me. Like that is
Yeah, I
the
mean,
prize,
you know,
right? Like that God gives us.
he's a very special person, Chaplin, and he's gone
Are
through
are you
some
saying I'm not?
difficult.
Like no, he's just very like
Well, he's my
deeply.
boyfriend, right? So I could say
I know,
that.
right. But that's
But what
that
I'm trying
special
to
could be. Like, I know. I'm not trying to say. I'm just saying for you, sister, because sometimes our words can also like sound kind of like we're
the
coming off
thing is,
negative
right?
or
The
like a
thing
certain way.
is, nobody knows who I am. Like, who Summer is. Like everybody heard me or they think they know me, but the only person that could truly know me is the one who has my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only person.
That you reveal yourself to, right?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, that's what
especially
people
the
do,
heart.
right? Nobody can know someone until they capture your heart. And if you can be yourself with somebody, that's it. If you find a girl that you can be yourself with, because I can't walk on eggshells to to impress someone so they can I'm not into that. Actually, can I tell you something? I've lost a few good guys because I said dumb shit and I yeah, I
Guilty
wasn't
as
smart
charged.
about it.
Guilty as
I
charged.
wasn't smart. No, but I wasn't smart about it. I was just authentic and that got me in trouble, right?
Right.
But with
We
this
were.
person that I'm with, I was myself from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the key because I would read dating books where it's just like you gotta fake it, right? Like just like fake it.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not.
you
I
got
can't do
you got
that.
a
I can't
job,
do that.
right? And so this is where when I hear like these alpha males
Actually,
just
you know what? I
doing
did
this
say.
front.
Actually, you know what? In the beginning, Chaplin. In the beginning, I did say some dumb shit. Okay. In
Who
the
doesn't?
beginning, oh my god, I said some
With
dumb
him?
shit.
With him?
Oh
Or
yeah,
just
and I heard his. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He blocked me. He blocked me for 2 days.
Hey,
And you
if
know what? I had to go give him another message to stand up for myself. You know what I mean? Because I said some dumb shit and then I was thinking to myself, "Oh my gosh, now the person actually thinks what I said was true or whatever. So I had to,
Like
kind
go
of
the
prove myself.
extra mile to like clarify, or just be like, look,
Yeah, I had to, you know, I don't even think I apologized properly. No, actually, you know what I did? No, I'll tell you what I did. I made this video, this perfect freaking video, okay, of an
Response?
apology. No,
Of
it
an
was the most
apology?
beautiful with this
Okay.
specific music, everything. And I did send it, but it was taking him so long to get it. I was like, fuck that. And I unsent it. I took it back.
So he just sees like in the thread, just like,
Oh no!
like the video
He was used
message
to. He
deleted?
was used. No, he was used to me sending over
Oh.
100 messages unsent. He was used to that.
Before he blocked you, after
So-
whatever happened, or
Yeah,
unblocked
yeah.
you, and then you got through
No,
that.
like in between. Sometimes I would send messages. That was before. Now I've stopped that. Now I don't. If I'm gonna send a message, I'm gonna send it. I'm not gonna send 5, 6 messages and then unsend them right away.
Right? To on the other side, that just looks kind of like, like it says something about it. Where it's just like, why did you delete that? Where I was just like,
Yeah, and
you know,
then
I don't know how to
once
explain it.
I
That's why I hate like that thing where like people
once
get
I
see you type,
unsent,
and then
yeah,
you just
once
stop
I
and then,
unsent a whole row of messages, and then I expected him to respond. He's like, "How can I respond? You took back the messages." So
right? Like that thing. So it's just like,
yeah. So
hey.
in the beginning, I said some dumb shit.
God said, "Let there be." God created the heavens and the earth, right? Like you
Yeah.
have this heaven that you have created, that you are in, and then when you are on earth, sometimes you just go, like I'm the same way. I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, there
intense.
was a reason. There was a reason. Okay, it's not that there wasn't a reason, but I shouldn't have done that. I should have spoken to the person. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there was a reason. But yeah, so I did say some dumb shit in the beginning. Yeah, but after that, no, there's no we don't argue about anything. There's no arguing or even disagreements.
There's an understanding now as a foundation, right? Like a deeper understanding that is built upon the understanding that was like being like built, or I don't know, whatever we want to call it, from just like our interactions on TikTok. Like it's like social media and the digital like reality, right? So this is where I focus on just like the difference. And it was interesting because Patrick came up to my panel and he actually said it was you that was the only and first one that pointed out to him specifically about like why everybody comes back to this thing, because you guys are like entertained by the drama type thing, right? And so when Patrick was just like, he studies like just like how like the conscious mind works. And I was like, are you serious? I've never even heard you speak. Like,
But that's what I mean when God sent him to me. All that drama just went away.
what? That's the thing though. He sits in it all day, all the time, and all the comments he
And
does
now-
is just like
and now-
the laughing emoji, like 5 rows of laughing emojis, and I like tap to him like Patrick. Just like, I get it. It was entertaining just to like be involved and even watch that drama. But now that we are like through the thick of it, like we have to realize just like what it's done to us, right? Like the neural pathways maybe that have been
Yeah,
severed.
but listen. Guess what? Do you know a long time ago, I said this out loud on Fantasy Blaze platform. I said, this was before I met my boyfriend, but this is what I said on Fantasy Blaze platform. With all the shit that I had to deal with in this fucking hellhole, I should have got something good in the end. Yeah, that's
And all
exactly
I
what he
got
said.
was this T-shirt, right? It's like that thing. It's just
And you know what? This is how I met him, okay? I was in the box and I was cussing and I was loud and I was complaining about
When you say loud, are you talking like all caps? Just like, ah!
No, I was cussing, and I was, and I was talking about some other guy that, did me wrong and all that bullshit. And then I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I'm swearing." And then he said, "Oh, no, it's okay. I like, I don't mind that you swear," something like that. So then I said to him right away, "Oh, okay, you like that? Okay, well, maybe we should talk sometime." But I was actually trying to get away from option number one. Do you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get away from that, and this guy came along, and I said, "Oh, okay, maybe we can talk sometime." I was thinking to get away, but I really didn't know. I didn't know him, so I didn't really expect. I didn't know anything. But after we started talking, and a month and a week went by. Yeah.
Hold on. After you started talking for a month, a week went by?
No, Jaden.
You mean after you started talking for a week,
hold
a
on
month went by?
Yeah, a month and a week. Jaden, me and my boyfriend have plans to meet each other in the United States in Niagara Falls. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about in real life. Maybe when you talk to a girl.
So I think that the answer is
maybe
like,
when you talk to a girl on TikTok, maybe she'll be your TikTok girlfriend. But my boyfriend
no.
is
Like
my
that's not
boyfriend
what
in
he's.
real life.
I don't see that's what he's asking. Just like you met each other, you guys met on TikTok, and you guys are now like
okay,
exclusive,
yeah, we met
now
on
are
TikTok,
planning
but-
to like meet in real life.
Yeah.
But you guys have talked to each other. You know that the person is real, and not
Oh
sometimes.
yeah,
right?
we've seen each other. We've seen each other on the phone, so
right,
we
like-
talk to each other like that. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like to the men, like Jaden. I don't know if this
Uh-huh.
happens to you, but I get like DMs just like, "Hey, just like I saw your live and you just seem like a great guy." And then I'm just like, "Oh," and then I just type something and like the response is just, like, so this is where for me as a man, just like meeting somebody on TikTok,
It's
like,
probably some guy. It's probably
Yeah.
some guy talking to you from Nigeria.
dude. Yeah, I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
Oh my
I had
God.
one guy DM me just like, I want to send you like $5,000 because I help women like who are struggling. And I'm just like, dude, like, do you know who I am? Just like, are you picking a fight with me? I'm like, you help women and you want to send me $5,000. Like what? Yeah, if you want to send me $5,000, like type thing. But like, I don't know. Like I'm trying to chaplain, so I don't know if he was like coming to me for some guidance or whatever. And so I kind of realize this now. But again, like that's the thing where we can meet.
Oh, I've had those DMs in other social medias too. I've had DMs tell me, I'd like to help you pay your bills. I give you about $3,000 or whatever. And if you
just
wanna,
as the opening message, just like a new DM from just somebody you like never spoke to before, and it just says, "I would like to pay your bills up to $3,000."
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Do you know
when
what kind
you-
of emoji I gave him before he blocked them? The middle finger.
One?
The middle
Just one
finger.
emoji, right? Like,
No, one middle finger and a block.
right, yeah, just
You can
I
take
give
that to Nigeria.
I give that one with this thing. It's just like, no, I really
Yeah.
go after him. I'm just like, oh really? Like, you want to pay my, type thing. Where again, I'm not a woman like this, so it happens like at least for me personally in a different way where it's just like, hey, I got a very like direct vibe and aura like from your ancestors, and they have a very important message to send you. Are you willing to hear it? It's like, sure, if it's important and they
Don't
want
worry,
to tell me,
those-
send it. And they're like, well, how much are
those
you willing to
Indian-
contribute to my thing? And I'm just like, oh, I would think that if you had like integrity and just like did this because like you like needed to do it, and my ancestors are telling you they need me to hear this message, you wouldn't, like I will like give you what I think after. And they're like, it doesn't work that way.
Don't
honey. I'm
worry,
like, yeah.
those Indian compounds in India are getting busted. Okay, every day
like,
they're getting busted.
I don't put those, like adjectives on it, but like it's just like that is the darkness that we are facing, like sister, like especially in this.
When I get a phone
realm.
call that it's unknown today, I had to hang up on one phone call today because it said likely spam, right? But it was actually Amazon. right? And I told Amazon to, to deliver or pick up returns after 5 p.m. You know what I mean? So
And you never. Oh, so like, how did
yeah,
you?
he said he would tomorrow after 5 p.m. So
Did he get you?
yeah.
He's just like, who is this? And he left the voicemail, just like, hey, this is Amazon. Like, I got a message that you have a pickup or a return. And he's like, oh, and then you call him back. And he's, no, I'm just kidding. I don't want to put that fear. But, just like
Yeah.
Summer, like, like you are a human being. You are a sister always to me and forefront in humanity. Right. And when I just hear people just like separate us and divide other human beings into just like, well, you are not my brother in Christ, Charles. You took your Shahada. And I'm just like, oh, really? Like, like I'm not your brother in Christ because of that. But like I even say, well, you're my brother in humanity. You are all like my family in humanity. And they say, yeah, well, like that's worldly type thing. And if you knew the Bible, Charlie, instead of focusing on the Quran and that pedophile Muhammad, and I'm just like, I didn't say any of these things, right?
I know.
Like they are just exposing their own inner darkness.
There's Christians that crave targets. Like they will try to feed off someone so they can, feel more powerful or important.
Like
they don't have a relationship with God.
Somebody invite the Pope and I will prove to him.
Yeah, like the Pope is gonna fucking want to come on.
I made a video to the Pope, and the Pope like made a response, just like, the church is here for you. I'm here for you, and so like, there's a way to do this now that I have like. I don't want to put this out there, but like this is what I figured out. Like,
let me tell you something. Anybody that uses the word of God to gain power or anything like that, always know that their power is being taken away of. God hates that. God does not want that. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Look at me for example. Look at me.
You know what? I hear when you said that. Hold on, before
look at me. Look at me for a second, okay? Since I've been on TikTok, okay, I haven't mocked God. I haven't used God for anything. And look, God prospered me. And he brought me someone special.
Amen.
Like that is, I don't know what to say. That's like a miracle. To me, that's a miracle.
It's a blessing.
It is. Right, because, in, meeting, Tom, Dick, and Harry and every Joe Blow out there, it's not easy.
Were there really Tom, Dicks, and Harrys? It's like,
I mean, including the Russian guy that I was with for a year, but he didn't he acted like he loved me, and but he was more obsessed with me and my Greek food. So, yeah. The thing is that it's very hard to find someone that you find you have a lot of things in common with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey.
Like if I'm on my panel, right? Because I've had a couple people attack.
Your panel? Your panel?
Yeah, attack him, right?
Oh,
attack him. So I would stick up for him. I would stick up for him, and I would say, look, don't talk to him like that, please. Why? Because I said so. And then I would drop him, and he'll do the same thing for me. Because the thing about it is, I'm not interested in fighting with men anymore. They always want to fight with me. They always, and it's nice to have a guy there to deal with that as we're trying to talk to non-believers. You know what I mean?
I mean, just human beings, man. Forget believers and non-believers. Yeah. I'm just trying to talk to humans being more than just like these human beings who are arguing and over talking and just like dividing themselves from another type thing, right? Like, so this is where God has given me like the purpose and like talents to be able to just like be in a room and just be myself and show my face and just stand true to myself, right? If our hearts do not condemn us, then we can be bold in our faith, right? And I am just like in that like resonance and like, like right before I started this
but
live.
I also prayed, prior. I asked God to send me someone in my life. I did pray for it. So
that's why it's a blessing and not a miracle, right? Like when
Well, for
we
me, it's a miracle because oh no, it's just it's really I never thought like it would be so important. Like I mean, having someone in your life is important. I'm not saying that right, but I'm just saying like where I come from with being
where
seriously
do you
abused in
come from?
foster care,
I mean, like I
being
know like,
seriously
about that. Like you came
yeah,
from a
being
very
seriously
hard like
yeah, being
upbringing,
seriously abused in foster care, come from a broken home, drug
poverty.
addictive father, in the pot, everything like that. Um, it's hard for me to find like one of these really decent people because I actually was dropped off in the rain, okay, by this Italian guy that I really liked, and he found out that I didn't come from a good home. And
Mm.
he wanted to argue with me in the car, and because we had a big fight over it, he
Because
dropped me. He told
you
me to get out
presented
of the car.
your upbringing differently, or you just never talked about it before, and he
Well,
assumed
the
that you
thing
came from a
is,
good
right?
home because you're a good person,
he
right? Like, how could a good
he
person
has
like Summer not come from
well,
a
he has yeah, he comes from a good home, very respectful parents, but that's not where I come from. So,
right?
um, he judged me, and when we had the argument, he kicked me out of the car, and I had to walk home in the rain. So, um, all because I come from foster care and my father's a drug addict in and out of jail, and and he found that shameful. And I remember walking in the rain, and I was so upset. And when I got home, I gave him one big telling. I even told him off in the 1800s. I did some research and I did it like that. Oh yeah, I gave it to him in the 1800s because I really wanted him to feel the telling off.
Did you go to
So
an
I did
Italian school?
that, and
You had to
then
learn Italian for a little bit just to do it.
yeah, and then I was always like cautious that if I really meet a really nice, respectful guy and he comes from a normal background, what am I gonna say? How am I gonna what am I gonna say? I have no normal family or
There is no
something
such
like
thing
that.
as a normal family. Like,
And that's why I had to ask him, that's why I had to ask my boyfriend, like,
uh,
does it matter that are you gonna judge me because of where I come from? Because he has really good family.
obviously he already knows, right? Like, you
And
know, if you
it
guys have
didn't
a
it didn't
conversation.
bother him at all. It didn't because I had to explain, this is what my
It's the
family is,
Lord's.
and
Yeah, like he
you
already
know.
probably knew this, and just like when you are
Well,
venting
he
in the
probably
comments,
yeah,
he's
he
just like,
probably
"Look, I don't
heard
care if
that
you're
for the 4
cussing."
years, right? But I didn't know that. I didn't know that because I don't want him to find out like um where I come from and then later, you know what
Why?
I mean? Not want to talk to me because of
Summer,
that. So
where
I
you
rather
came
find
from
out.
is what got you to where you are today.
No, I
Don't you
know,
ever
but you have to
forget that.
understand there's men out there that don't they cannot bring you to their house. Do you understand? They
Right. Well,
can't
then that's
because
on them. They're not men then, right? Like, I know that
yeah,
feeling. Like, my parents are
but
very like
I have
traditional, but like,
yeah,
you know,
but I had experienced it.
right.
So that's why
I just
I
was
always
a
said if I
star.
meet someone, um I have to tell them like not right away, but I think I said it in about 3 weeks or something, but like that. But I did have to ask if that was a problem or not because I needed to know. You know what I mean?
Right. Is it a
And
like an
and
issue
it
for
didn't.
you knowing that he comes from like the family that he comes from type thing? Like you said, like a normal family or a good family or
No,
something like
I'm
that.
happy that he comes from a normal family and a very caring mother. No, that really helps me. But I just don't want anyone to do what that guy did to me, you know what I mean? And kick me out of the car in the rain because of where I come from.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
God has his reward for that action, right? But like, like forgive it. Don't blame anybody, right? Good people give us
Because
good
I
memories.
always felt ashamed. Do you understand? I could never bring anybody to my house because they might even get hit by glass. I don't know. It would be dangerous to bring somebody in my house, right?
My
And
father was the same way.
because my mother was a demon, right? So I don't know. I remember going on some dates and asking the guy to drop me off 2 blocks away,
In the
and
rain.
it was so
Even
embarrassing
in the
because he's
rain
like,
sometimes.
Where's your house? Where's your house? Don't worry, it's just up here. Well, let me take you to your house." And I'd be like, "Oh God," because if my mother saw the car or something, she might fucking come out and smash the car. I don't know. It's like, So it was really embarrassing.
That's parents, right? Parents, I think, are here just to give their children
And
tools.
then
So they're told,
how do I introduce my father, the drug addict, in and out of jail when he does high speed? He did a couple of high speed chases. How do I introduce my father to a normal family? You know what I mean?
just
It's like
do it to God.
he probably would sit there at the table and think, you know what? I'm just gonna roll myself one outside if you don't mind.
I bet you
What the fuck are
maybe
you
like,
doing?
what if their parents are into it too? It's like, oh yeah,
No,
they're into
because no, I'll tell you because the cops, right? The Mounties found my father passed out in front of his house that he actually was building for me. And the cops were like, Andy, your daughter's on the phone. So as soon as he went into the house, um, my father goes, "When are these pigs gonna fucking leave? I want to smoke this joint." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I've been fucking on this phone for 4 hours to make sure that you're not, that you're okay." So I can't bring my father to a normal um dinner,
this is weed.
okay?
He just wants to
No,
smoke.
I mean, I can't bring
Or
both of my parents the way they are to a normal setting. It's not possible.
hey,
So that's what I mean, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like, yeah, I know
So,
exactly what you mean there. Like, like that's where we have to also be aware of just like those relationships, right? Just like we don't like invite, like if
but
our
a lot
partner
of, a
says it's
lot
like,
of,
hey, let's introduce our families at, like a fancy restaurant. It's like, no, like my family can't even.
it's not easy to tell someone that you like that, look, I don't really have parents. You know what I mean? It's not easy for me to do that. I feel really bad. But that's just, that's how I feel,
Like, well,
you know?
I hope that if anything, Summer, like, going
So,
forward, you'll be able to
but
not feel bad about
they
that
don't
and
care
like
about that. They
own
don't
that.
care about that.
Well, maybe because like you need to own it. Like I told you, it's like if you didn't have that like upbringing,
Oh, for me, it's not, it doesn't, you know what I mean? For me, I just deal with it because, I don't have my parents in my life the way I'm supposed to have them. I know that, but when it comes to, meeting someone, you know, a lot of people expect you to have a normal family. That's the reality, right? They want your parents to meet, and that ain't gonna
see,
happen.
to me, if somebody if like my date is just like, oh yeah, my family is just like a doctor and this, and they've been together and like all this stuff, I'm gonna be a little more suspicious than somebody who's just like, oh man, my parents just started like embarrassing. I don't
Mhm.
even like have a relationship with them. Like to me, it like
Yeah.
that is real, right? Like because we don't have
Mhm.
normal families. Right? Anybody who goes around just saying like,
But see,
"Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
I have a normal
I
family,"
always, yeah. But I never seen it that way, right? I seen a lot of normal families. I walked into a lot of people's homes and they were very caring and stable and so
Yeah.
and I
We never
always
know what
envied that.
happens behind like closed doors type thing though, right? Like the parent could be a drunk like at nighttime.
Mhm.
Like people would come to my house and be like, "Oh my god, you guys are rich," and then I'd be like, "My family's come, my dad's home," like run. type thing. Like, you know, like I never wanted to, because like they were all like, you know, like we were skater kids. So they were all pierced up and all this stuff. And they were just like, why are you hanging out with those punk kids type thing? And I'm just like, because their families seem to be like loving of the, you know, like type thing where it's just like, you know, like dad, whatever, birds of a feather type thing, just, you know, whatever it was. But, you know, God works in like beautiful ways where my father was humbled. Like all those like kids that like stuck with me, that I got tattoos where he's like, I bet you guys won't even like know each other like after high school. And you know, like we like the first one of us passed away. But you know, my mother, when I was like his roommate at his house that he bought like with his, you know, type thing. And my mother just told him, Joey, I am sorry. And he was just like, for what? She's like, all this time I was telling Charles like not to become like you guys, and now today I wish Charles was at least this much like you. It's just like, what the fuck, mom?
Yeah.
But my brother Joey was just like, well, thank you. You know, like it was because of them that like my father and mother, where he like learned from my father, like a man has to have in the beginning a heaven and an earth. Like, you know, my father told me when he came to America, he wasn't thinking about getting married, and then all of a sudden God threw him a curveball, and like a mutual friend like who I just like met recently for the first time, you know, like introduced him right before. That's like, hey, before you go, like there's this like perfect girl that I know that I think that you got to meet her. It's like, look, I don't know what you're like. I'm about to leave, right? So even if I do get like involved, like I don't know, but okay, whatever. Like, who is it? And when he said the name, my mother comes from like just like my grandfather on her side was the fertilizer king at the time. I was like, the fertilizer king, like the shit king type thing. But you know, like my father, when he heard that name, already felt not good enough. But in his mind, I think he was thinking just like, hold on, if I can like maybe woo this woman, I could stay here. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. Either way, the way that it happened was he was poor, right? He was the firstborn son after 5 daughters or 4 daughters, right? And in that culture, like it's the firstborn son's obligation to do everything if the father can't do the work, right? So my father had a very tough life, lots of pain, like lots of loss, lots of hard work, blood, sweat, tears. And then he meets my mother, and just like, you know, like he even told me just like I had to like go ask people to give me just like clothes because I didn't have like clothes to wear on a date, like type thing. He didn't even have money to buy both of them food. So he like took them out and just bought her food. And she was just like, you're not eating? And he just said, oh, I ate before work, so I'm not hungry anymore, but you eat. And so this is when he was just like, son, I'll tell you this though, when I was just watching your mother just eating all of that jjajangmyeon, like this Korean dish, like in front of me, without even offering to me, I was just like, already a red flag. And this is where my mother was like, you told me you ate and that you weren't hungry. Like, why are you yelling at me now? Like, it was just a beautiful moment where I got to see my parents as they were like children type thing, like kind of, you know, like, so it was a beautiful moment that even now, like kind of makes me just like, thank you God for this. But, you know, like he told me that they fell in love and decided to like get engaged after 3 months, right? Of just like meeting each other. And my father like just couldn't, like he told her just like where he comes from and like never wanted to take her to his house, but he was up front, just like, you know, like, that's the way it was. Like, you know, like you don't know their name. And so when she like asked him to just like go to her parents for their blessing, he was just like, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to say yes? They're not going to say yes. But if that's what you want me to do, then I'll do it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not expecting them to say yes. And I hope that like you, whatever. It was a very tough thing, you know, and my father just told me like, that's when he even had to put a better like presentation, right? Hey, I'm Iksu, you know, type thing. It's like, what's your last name? Pang, never heard of it. How do you meet my daughter? Oh, we have a mutual friend. Okay, so what do you do? It's just, you know, like whatever it was, wasn't good enough. Like my mom wasn't there. She just was like waiting outside, just praying, she said. Just let them see like what I see in him, right? And I was just like, what did you see in him, Mom? And she told me he was the only man that like was like set up with her, who made her trust that he would be the one to keep all the promises that he was like
Yeah.
making, right? And I was just like, okay, hey, okay. And then my father just said that he came out and like he was broken, right? Like he really, this is the first time he was like really just like, God, same thing, right? But you know, like sometimes like, you know, we shouldn't pray for an easy life, just pray for the strength to endure the difficult ones, right? And so when he told my mother, it went the way that I told you, but you know, like I'm going to America and I cannot get myself out of poverty here in Korea. So this is the land of opportunity, right? This is in the 70s, right? When like it's just this like dream. And he's like, the American dream is to have your own house and a family and all these things. I'm going to go to America. I'm going to work day and night, saving up every penny until I am able to buy these things so that I can bring you to a life that you are already accustomed to. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I will write you every day, right? Because this is where there's no, you know, long distance phone calls are expensive, right? So they were doing love letters, right? Just long-handed love like letters. How romantic is that, right? And she was just like, okay. And they secretly got married. Like they have a picture where I was just like, where do you still have that maroon suit, Dad? Like he's like, you know, like type thing where they really did it out, and my grandparents didn't know about it, and my mother kept it a secret for 4 years. It took my father 4 years to send her the plane ticket, and then all of a sudden after 4 years, I was just like, Mom, that you told Grandma and Grandpa, just like, hey, I'm out, you know, like I'm going to America. That guy that you said whatever, like I've been married to him all this time secretly, and you're gonna ask me where I get my rebellious side, Mom? Just like. Yeah, like, but you know, the point of the story was that every day that my father wrote, the first day he got into America was just like, oh, dear honey, like America is just like amazing, so different. Like, I can't wait. And then the next day, and he just sent this out. And then he realized just like it took a month for these letters to get to her. So when she got the first communication, he was already a month in America, like suffering, right? Like going through, like sleeping on the streets where she's just reading. And then all of a sudden it's just getting like harder. And, you know, so she was a month behind. And then all of a sudden, like the next letter is a plane ticket, right? He just stopped writing letters and she just kind of got worried. But, you know, like this is when like the plane ticket was like taking that time, you know, like he was just whatever it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, the separation, I mean, even me and him, you know, we still have 3 months. So what we do is, you know, most of the time we talk in the morning and wish each other a good day and be positive. And then, you know, after I finish work, or, you know, he might message me, or I might call him, or, you know, both. And then after work, you know, we talk, and, you know, we'll go on live too. It actually helps too. And then afterwards we talk in private, and then we say goodnight. But yeah, I don't think we ever not talked for the whole month. The only time I think we didn't talk was some legal issues that he had to deal with the court. He was very upset about that, you know, the pressure and stuff. But yeah, there hasn't been like a day where we don't talk, because you know, 3 months is a long time still for us to see each other.
That's the time it took for my parents. That's the time it took my parents to fall in love and get married. So hey, you know, type thing. A lot can happen in 3 months. So like my only kind of like prayer for you too is just like that you use
I don't
that
really
time
I don't know what that means. Yeah, but
what means?
we have our own thing about that, and he has a lot of strength too, so he gives me the strength to you know, because I get nervous a lot. I've been getting sorry, I've been getting nervous a lot during the day, and I walk a lot. Like I walk to the beach, and I couldn't even do anything at the beach, even if I had my bathing suit, because I walked 80 minutes. So after that, I wasn't even about to go lay on the beach or anything, but I
Swimming.
just took
Just
some
like,
video. Yeah.
wake
But
up just like,
the only time I'm not nervous is when I'm talking to him. Then all the nervousness goes down. But yeah, and that's, it's because and we need the 3 months because he has to deal with some issues with the legal stuff, and I have to deal with my
instead of issues,
stuff.
maybe call them like just loose ends, right? Like this is the power of just like how our words can keep us trapped in just
No,
a
no, I'm
situation.
gonna say it the way it is. I'm gonna say it the way it
Hey.
is.
I
Yeah.
just had to put that out there. Like for me,
No.
this is what I've learned.
Yeah.
Where if we just change like our vernacular, the way that we've been saying, like the way that we've been saying, like our
Well, it's not just
experience.
loose end. There's things I have to, and you have to say it the way it is. But
Hey, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If there are issues,
I,
these are my shoes.
well, he
You got
already,
your
he
shoes.
already,
B's got her
yeah,
shoes.
I,
Are they
I
issues?
actually prayed. Well, they are issues, yeah. But they're gonna get solved anyway. So the court went really well. Okay. He bought a new suit and everything, and they actually complimented him. And but there was good news. It wasn't the whole good news, right? But he's got a really good lawyer, and yeah, and things are gonna work out. And after that, we're gonna celebrate
And
in
Niagara
Niagara
Falls.
Falls. Yeah,
Bring your raincoats.
not on the Canadian side, on the American side. So
Are you gonna go on that like boat tour?
no, I don't think the boat. I don't think the boat is on your sides. On the American side, your American side is no water, right? Is that correct? Is that right, Beatrice?
In New York?
No, they're just water.
Yeah.
There's
We're at
water
the
on both
bottom
sides?
we're at the bottom of the
Oh,
fall.
someone told me that there's no.
No, Canada is at the top of the fall. America is at the bottom of the falls. And in New York, you can go on a boat that'll take you out to the edge of the water where people are. It was in
Yeah,
that movie,
yeah.
Bruce Almighty. He's like, I'm at the the Maid of the Mist or whatever. And it's just like, he's like, what am I doing? This is
That's the
new.
way the cookie
Yeah.
crumbles.
Just like, Bruce, we have breaking state. He's just sitting out there, just like, what's going on? Right? But that's the thing about news and type thing, where it's
Well,
just like
I do wanna go see the Niagara Falls, but it's gonna be in October. So it's gonna be, I don't know.
with the way
gonna
that
be
it's
cool.
like been hot this summer, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll be like seasonable. But either way, like I wish you well, and like
Yeah.
whatever. But B,
Yeah.
welcome back. How was Logic?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Beatrice. What's up?
Not much.
Last time I was on Fantasy Bully's platform, he called me a whore.
He called you a whore?
Yeah, and then he gave me one block.
Why did he call you that?
Because I was not liking the way he's talking. You know what I mean? Just didn't like it anymore.
I'll tell you
About certain things, how he was saying it.
I've been watching Dennis.
It's just the
I can't
usual
see him.
stuff that he says, right? And I can't just sit there and agree. Like, I can sit there and listen to it, but if I can't really have my say, like if I can't talk,
Come up, Patrick. Can you invite
yeah, come
Patrick
up,
Trevor?
come up, Patrick.
Only
If I can't say what I-
promises to actually like speak, right? So yes, I can invite Patrick. Right, like hear you guys actually
The
just
real
like
Patrick. This is the real Patrick.
there's a
The
fake
other
one.
Patrick.
There's another.
No, there's
yeah.
another Patrick too, but this one's the original Patrick.
I know a lot of Patricks. Like I don't know if you guys
This
don't
is
know
Patrick the Star.
the star. Patrick, who just like in his TikTok videos, I'm just like, why does he always repeat it like 3 times? And I think it's to just like drive it into people's freaking thoughts.
Hey, believe it or not, the Christians are very slow. I mean, very
Hey,
crazy.
babes,
Oh
right
my
in the mouth of babes, and you have to be sometimes.
Well, this is why God was always very repetitive, Because they're
especially
very
in
slow.
threes, right? Just like
I don't go on Tina's platform anymore.
Oh yes, Summer, you disappeared. Sending
Oh
you
well,
invite.
I'm not supposed to be there because, I have a relationship now. What am I gonna do there?
Well, it's a party, you know. Everybody goes. Tony, Justice Divine.
Yeah, but during the day I'm busy. I have to, I have things I have to do. And second of all,
It's a
um,
party. Tony, Justice Divine. I'm just like, yeah, that's not like my kind of jam, man.
I already said that I wasn't gonna go, and and it's not respectful towards, the person I'm with.
Exactly.
So I can't. I'm not. I did have a talk with them about it, but they brought up some really good points that I said I wasn't gonna go, and it's not good to go back on my word.
Hey,
And
Patty, God bless. Can we bring up Patty? Charlie?
and Z
Real
Dot
Patty?
likes
The real
likes
Patty?
me, so he's always going to do shit. You know what I mean? And he will get me in trouble somehow. I don't know. I always try to get in trouble.
Z-Dot tried to get me to, like, he admitted, he's like, Charlie, by the end of this, like, live, I'm gonna get you to call me your spiritual mother. And I was like, what the fuck did you say? Patty, greetings, sister, how are you?
Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
Patty.
everybody.
Hi, Patty.
Hello.
It's the
How is
after party.
everybody? It seems like you know what? I just want to say this. It seems like everybody has disappeared. The fuck is wrong with you people, man?
We got other birds.
Yeah, you
Got
guys
things
all.
to do.
There's no platforms to go on.
Hey, that's why you guys are all here. But anyway,
Yeah, I
Patty,
think
how
it's
you
because
been?
we got better things to do.
Or
No, I
God
mean,
is steering
there's
us
no
in different
platforms to
directions.
go on once in a while. There's no platforms anymore for me.
That's what you just gotta explore. This is what you gotta go with the
That's a good
SYP.
thing, you know, because that means God is
I know, but
telling
there's
you,
nowhere to go anymore.
stop wasting time.
Yeah.
Summer, did I hear you right? You're in a relationship? That's
Yes, I am.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
hmm
It's
She
wonderful.
finally locked it down.
All right.
Well, actually, I met him on Fantasy Bullies platform, Nate. Um,
Yeah.
I think you
Okay.
I think you've seen him, Patty. He was there. He was the one that sent you a rose too. Um, yeah, I think you've seen him or heard him. Yeah.
Nate the Snake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nate
Yeah,
the
he's my
Snake.
boyfriend now.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah, we have plans in 3 months I'm gonna go on the American side of the Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
you just found out.
No,
About
I didn't just find out. I've known that for a long time.
The American, I mean, like
how
you were.
about you, Lan? How about you, Lan? You still with D?
No.
No? Okay.
D as
Oh,
in.
okay. Everything's changed.
D, a
Wonderful.
deer, a female deer.
I'm talking about fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing where just like I got a thing where Lamb and I had a live where the TikTok like just feature automatically was like posting highlights from the live, like, in real time. And one of the lives like put like some kind of music that I guess like I saw a comment from Fantasy where it's just like, like Beatrice is like spoken for or something. I don't know if those are the guy's words, but I was just like, what? Like, where did this come from? And again, like I don't know, like, it's, like I was watching this too, and I was just like, how is this
I don't
Lamb
like I didn't like the
with
fact
this guy? But
I
again,
didn't like the fact that the phone was ringing and he was saying that it was Beatrice and I know it wasn't. I don't like that.
Well, I said D because he's changed his name, so I didn't know,
Yeah, why did he change his name?
isn't it A now then? A
A disciple.
disciple.
Yeah, and he's got the letter D up there, so I didn't know.
For
Well,
I think
whatever
he's
the
just changing his image because
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be a bully anymore or something.
right,
Like,
that's what I hope. Right, like with a new name, we can try to go by
Yeah, but he
a
hasn't
different.
changed though.
I see change. I see changes. I will admit that. Right?
I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna go there, right? I'm not gonna say that I'm never gonna go there, or Nate's never gonna go there. You know what I mean? It's somewhere where we've always gone to. You know,
Mhm.
so him call fantasy calling me a whore is it doesn't really.
Oh wow.
It's not like it's not gonna stop me from going there because you know he says that that's how he talks here and there.
The drama lures us in more, right, Patrick? It's the drama that like keeps us like.
Yeah,
But
you can't
I'm not like thinking of
you
going there
you
anytime
can't
soon.
leave that platform. It's addicting.
So what do you do, Patrick? Like that's the thing, bro. Like when you have that
Yeah, yeah.
admittance.
But Patrick, it's not really addictive to me anymore because I have other important things I'm doing. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
When am I
how do
gonna?
you watch A Train and Justice go at it and not join?
But they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, today they went at it. It was beautiful. 3 hours. 3
Really?
hours straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, burn it down. The what? Like burn it down. It's like that's the thing about like these are like specific. I'm just like you can't write this, right? Only God can make these.
Yeah,
like,
but Patrick, watching that has nothing to do with my life, though. You know what I mean? I'd rather spend time with someone that I like than spend my time with those people.
Like I mean,
You know what I mean?
like Patrick, like you said, you were watching there 3 hours, just A Train and Adam going back and forth as they always do, and still just like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same entertainment. Where I even asked you the last time you were on My Life, where it's just like, just like, is there a point where it turned for me where I was just like, this is just like not fruitful for me and not even fruitful for anybody here anymore, right? Like, blessed are the peacemakers. So where are the peacemakers in these like situations, right? And so
Well, you get like we've had it for so many years, and I'm kind of
peace
like
or
I've
this
grown out of that. Like I'm
this
sick of it.
Jersey Shore, right? It's just like
Yeah, it doesn't bring me. It doesn't put food on the table. It doesn't. You know. It just. I mean, I do enjoy the entertainment when I have time, but
but is it entertainment? Like that's the thing. Do we
yeah.
call it entertainment or just
I call it a headache. Splitting headache.
Yeah, me too.
I call it TikToks, right? Just people are just TikTok like off venting and everything and everyone. Just like, let me tell you something.
But you have to understand, Patrick, me, Beatrice, and Patty, and a lot of other people have listened to them for so many years. Okay, and we're plugged up to the max. Like it's nothing that we haven't seen before or heard before.
I don't like
It's
that I
not-
don't have mod powers.
What? You don't have mod powers in that place? Come on, Beatrice.
Bring up in the mix.
In the mix, come and join for crying out loud.
Here.
Oh,
I've
Bring
been
up in the
trying to
mix.
protect my peace. You know, I've been going to lives that are more peaceful. I just have to say it.
hey.
Yeah.
In order to bring world peace, we must strive
Let
to
me-
make our
let me-
own lives peaceful. Right?
I don't go
So-
to any lives.
I think me personally. I think me
Only my
personally. I'm
Welcome,
too-
Jordan.
I'm too-
Welcome to the panel,
too-
brother. Good to see
Ew,
you.
don't say my name. That's disgusting. I think I'm too strict for
Why
y'all.
is
I
everybody
think
so
that's the
ashamed
problem.
of their like real
Can
name?
you bring up Queen?
I'm
Bring up
too
Queen,
strict.
Charlie.
I'm too strict for y'all, man.
Yeah,
That's
just
what
give
it
up
is.
a guest request if you guys want to come up. Like if anything.
Hey y'all, stop the gossiping, y'all. I need all this video recording, clipping. This man, stop all this garbage, man. I don't
Are you talking
join
about
up
me?
on y'all. I'm talking about everybody who does it. Like it's so dead. Like man, Beatrice, you remember when we were at war, man? The fires is constant.
Oh yeah, I
And we
really,
just
hold
walked
on,
away.
hold on,
enjoyed it when
because
you
We
guys
both
were at
just
it.
walked away.
Hold
We
on,
walked
because
away.
literally I had that video of you up for like 30 minutes or an hour or two.
And look
And you
how
had
we
that
walked
video
away.
of me up for like 3 months or 4 months.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's just have to dilute. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
my
no,
God.
Charlie, bro, everybody inboxing me about this, and I'm like, bro, y'all are crazy. Like, you and Justice need to stop. I think that's so weak. But at the same time, I told Justice y'all both are right at the same time. Like I also believe just saying Jesus is the Father don't really mean nothing if you can't really show that regeneration or that change right in your life, that receiving that spirit, the growth in the spirit
Exactly.
and truth.
That's what I
Hold
was
up, hold up, hold
always
up, hold up,
trying to
hold up, hold
Hold
say.
up,
on.
hold
Yeah,
up.
Summer, let him finish.
But at the same time, Charlie, believing Jesus is God, truly the Father, is like really important. Like that's more important than
Okay,
anything.
so
If you
let me
ask
ask
me.
you this, Mix. Believing in Jesus is God, I do, right? God is love. God is light. God is
The
good.
Father, right?
Manifested in the flesh was the Son,
The
Jesus
Father,
Christ.
though. The Father, though, right?
The
When you
Spirit
say
that the
Jesus is
Father,
God, yeah. So when you say Jesus is God, what are you really expressing to people? Because like,
that He
if a
is
random person,
light, He is the light which like inspired like
like
good
for example,
in
say I'm a
everybody.
non-believer. Say I'm a non-believer. Like I get that we gather on TikTok here and there or every other day, whatever you want to call it, and we got some form of understanding between each other. But let's say outside of TikTok, random people walked up to you and asked you about God, and you just say Jesus is God. What do you think they perceive in their mind when you say that? You see what I'm saying?
That I sound just like everybody else who says Jesus is God, type thing,
Okay,
right? So this is
but if
where,
if they but let's say they also read some things of the Bible and they have this understanding that God is the Father, right? And then you out your mouth say Jesus is God. How do you explain that if they know that God is the Father, but not Jesus is God?
okay, so this is where I have a father where all my life he has been like my God to me, right? My creator type thing. Where like when if I hear somebody say Jesus is God the Father, I would hear them saying to me just like my father is God Jesus type thing. Does that make sense? But again, I'm just kind of answering this questions as you're asking me, brother, because this is very important to me. This is why I am a chaplain, right? This is why my name is Chaplain Charlie. I am here as a guide, a counselor, like whatever I need to be that God like brings people to me to give whatever I can. Seeds, soil, water, right? All of this comes from God, and the water that flows from me is what comes from that like living water that I got when I finally read the Bible for
And
myself
as
at 35.
as a person that I'm still in that character that walked up to you and hear you say this, how is that making Jesus God the Father?
It doesn't.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So, like, what are you really expressing when you say Jesus is
What are
God to
you really
someone who doesn't
expressing?
know?
As a believer, let's say I'm the non-believer. So let's play this out.
Perfect.
Okay?
Perfect.
So you I'm just sitting on a bus bench like Forrest Gump, and you sit down next to me and you're just like, hey. I'm like, hey, how are you? Mix, I'm Charles. Like tell me about yourself. And you're like, well, Jesus is
Yeah, I
God,
would
the
first
Father.
ask you, have you read the Bible? That would
Yes,
be
I
my
have.
first question. All
Yes,
right.
I have.
So then I would ask in Genesis 1:1, it would say, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I would say, do you believe that that is the Father? Would you say yes?
Uh, in the context, my father created a heaven and an earth, like I was telling Summer before. So my father actually like used the blueprint of Genesis 1, the entire chapter, the 6 days of creation, until he was able to rest from all of his works and just say, it's all good, and leave it up to me and my brother, right, to have dominion over. So this is where, again, that's just my honest answer to that question. Like I don't know how you can just introduce Genesis 1:1, which I know, like in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, but to
Because
then
that's
just
the
like
beginning
do
of
a
the Bible. Because you
right,
got to
right, of
remember,
the Old
like,
Testament,
if
right? It's the
someone,
beginning of the Old Testament, right? So this is
right,
where
of God, right?
the Father, God the Father,
Right.
right? So this is where I
So I would
imagine
introduce some.
Jesus Christ in the New Testament, this young child who always probably thought this man, Joseph the carpenter,
How's
was
a
his
baby
father.
God? How is a baby God? You see how much context you got to skip to talk about a baby Jesus, and they don't even know who God is.
Okay, so we established that I've read the Bible, right? So you are now forgetting that I know these stories and I know I'm assuming that you also
No,
know
not
who's.
you. No, not you.
No, but
Let's say this is
we're doing a role play here, so that
yeah.
you're
Say I'm
be
a
in the scene.
non-believer.
I'm the
I can't just
non-believer.
believe.
You're the
I
believer
can't just
who is
believe.
trying to convince me or like show me that Jesus is God the Father solely, right? I cannot just
So we
say
have right.
Jesus
So
is
we have to
God,
come to
right? And
correct.
Jesus is
So we
God
have to
the
come
Father
to
to a lot of people who are fatherless, right? But to people maybe who have a father role model in their life, whether it be a priest father or an actual
I
biological or
don't think that
mother
stepfather.
has anything
father.
to do with
That's
that.
not biblical. That's not
Mm-mm.
biblical right there.
No.
Well, I don't care if it's not biblical.
Cause
It's just
God,
personal
cause
experience for
remember,
me.
as a believer in God, like you say, who you say is Jesus. Well, Jesus said, "Call no man on earth your father." So you're out of perspective on that one. I'm still talking about one God. You're talking about gods at this point.
Okay. So back me up and correct me.
Right. Jesus says, whoever does not hate their mother and father and brother and sister is not
Cannot
And
be a
worthy
that's
of me.
not in
disciple.
the context of like absolute reject. And remember, in context of he's saying, "Love no man or woman more than me." So he do refer, or he actually commands you, to put him before everything, right? To believe who he is. That's what he was doing for the disciples at that time. They had to leave everything that they knew behind so they could follow him,
Right.
right? Because he was leading them to the Father.
Simon and his brother like left their father
That's why
in
the
like
rich young
mid-word.
ruler,
Not all
the
of
rich
them
young
did.
ruler
Some left
said,
with their
"What must I
wives,
do
but
to obtain the
yeah.
kingdom of heaven?" And Jesus told him, he said, "Honor your father and mother, yada, yada, yada." And then he said, "But all these things I have done, like, what more must I do?" He said, "Sell all that you have, give it to the poor, and follow me." And then he walked away sad because he had many things and he couldn't do
Right.
it.
Now this is where why did Jesus tell him that? I already like I think with you, Lamb, I saw it as just like if this like believer like of his like tribe, like his people, comes to him and just says like teacher, like what more can I do? I have like obeyed the 10 commandments and all the other ones too and all these things, and Jesus is just like, yeah, if you feel like you need to do more, then get rid of all that stuff and follow me. And he's just like, oh man, like I can't get rid of this stuff, like type thing. So this is where he goes back to the disciples. And he's just like, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Right? So yeah, I know these scriptures. I use them too, and I'm very well versed on all the scriptures available so that I am
But again,
prepared.
how does that make Jesus the Father though? Like, okay.
That's my question to
The
you.
Father?
I didn't make him the father. Like you guys assume that anybody who comes up on whatever panels
I
you
didn't
are.
make Jesus the Father.
So who is Jesus to you, Mix? Let's
The
establish
Father,
that.
brother, he's God, dude.
Right. God the Father, not the Son. Not
He in the flesh, he's referred to as the Son. Remember, the name given to the Son is Jesus, right? So in the flesh, right, as the Son, he is referred to as Jesus.
okay. But then as the living spirit, he is now referred to as Father. Is what you're saying? Excuse me.
He is Father because he's Lord and God, sir.
Okay.
He's not Father because we choose to call him Father. It's because we know him as the Lord and God. His power.
So then why not just call him Lord and God? Right? Like
because Lord and Gods are titles of him while he's on earth and heaven, sir. He's Father. Correct?
Right. He has many titles and many names, but the name above every name is Jesus. That's the name that was given
Just like
Okay.
when
for our
Jesus
salvation.
so
Just
just
like when
that name
Jesus-
alone is the name above any name, right? Like Jesus,
yes.
right? Not
'Cause he's the
Jesus,
highest.
Son of God,
'Cause
not
he's the
Jesus.
highest. 'Cause he's the highest, sir.
Right. So
But
Jesus
when we say
should be
Jesus, we understand that he is the Son of God. That he
That's
is
God
God
in
in
the
flesh.
okay. So that is the name
Remember,
above
it says
all
that the
names.
holy thing. Remember, it says that the holy thing shall be called the Son of God. So while God is in the flesh, he is referred to as the Son of God. But in Luke, remember when Jesus was speaking to the Pharisees, he says, if I tell you, you would not believe me. And if I ask you, you would not confess it nor let me go. And then he said, until you see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of God. He told them he was the Son of Man, and they asked him again about Christ. He says, ye say that I am. He says, ye say that I am.
Okay.
He told them he was the Son of Man, and they keep calling him the Son of God. He know who he is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't.
So let
They
me kind of
don't.
like give you a little bit of the advice that you shared with me about like what you said between like me and like Adam's kind of like discussion that we're going through, right? This is all part of God's plan. So I appreciate you just kind of stating that in the beginning. And you told me that you told Adam just like it is like, I'm kind of using my words, and correct me if I need to be, like it should be demonstrated, right? Like we need to be able to just not tell people who the Father is, but like show them what it's done for you guys, like who have now like seen him as this
Do
Father.
both. Do both, bro. I'm not saying pick one or the other. Do both. Jesus said in Matthew 10:33, he said, be not afraid to confess me amongst men. Right? Even before they referred to or called him the Lord and God, this was him in the role as the Son, the Messiah.
Do not be afraid to confess his name amongst men.
Exactly.
But once
So
we've
what we
confessed his
talking
name,
about?
then
What we talking
then
about?
what? Like that's the
Be
thing
ready
where
to explain.
like
Be ready
Patrick
to explain.
Patrick
Be
said,
ready to explain.
okay, I
That's what
heard
the
you.
Bible says. Be ready to give an answer. Okay, if we tell you Jesus is the Father, and we know you're probably going to ask the question, I got a scripture for you if you don't believe me.
What if I
Make
don't
me
have a
liar,
question?
here's the scripture.
What if I don't have a question? If you just tell me Jesus is the
Then
Father, I don't have any
if you
questions.
agree,
I want to see what that has done for you, right? Because like
well, you have to
the
be
proof is
with
in the
me,
pudding.
sir. You have to be with me. You're
Yeah.
like a stranger.
And that's why I record everything. I am with you, even though you don't know I'm with
That's
you.
controlling.
Mix.
That's what I told him. That's what I
That's
also
controlling?
said.
So what would
I
you
sent
tell
him a
God,
message.
Mix? What will
I
you
sent
tell
him a
God
message.
on Judgment Day
I said,
when he tells you, Mix,
I know,
all the stuff that
Hey,
Chaplain
I
was
can play the
recording? I
recording.
saw all that
Hey,
stuff
look,
too.
look.
You're going to tell him just
I
like,
sent
that's
him a voice.
manipulative, God.
I sent him a
No,
voice.
young man,
I sent him a-
young man, I need you to mute up because you're on my panel. Okay, so I already told you this. Like, don't bring this
Are
kind
you
of like
offended
disrespect.
by my word?
No,
Are
I'm
you
offended
by my word?
by your lack of discipline to regulate yourself and not interrupt
Brother,
me.
you're recording people.
Yeah. So
That's obsessive.
What's happening in the mix? What are you doing? What's happening?
TikTok records everything, right? Like God is recording everything.
In the mix, you have to have a little bit politeness, okay? We can't do that.
No, I mean like
You have
he is a
to-
product of the environment that he has been sitting
Well,
in. And this is
yeah.
where I give Patrick a lot of credit for not being.
But in the mix, you can't
Right?
talk to people like that. You know, you have to be kind and caring. You can't just attack somebody for
like-
knowing God.
Here's where I feel. I'm just like tired of people coming to me with an intention rather than just a genuine.
Yeah, why are you
opportunity
coming with
to get
such
to know somebody?
hate?
Not hate, intention. Intention to accomplish.
Try to fellowship with him. Don't.
I mean, just like I don't know. Like he's a young man, just like Infamous, but he is a young man who has been taken under the wing of Adam, and Infamous is a young man that I've taken under my wing. So like.
Well, he needs more growing up. That's the problem.
Well, we all do. You know, like that's something that we can all continue to do. But when we stop growing up, that's the danger, right? And the biggest way to stop growing up is to become stagnant. Bruce Lee says, be like water. You know, running water doesn't go stale. But you know, like it will crash, it'll flow. But if you put it in a teapot, it becomes that teapot, right? So we all have like the fountain of living water in us already, right? Maybe we need to be reminded of how to purify that water. And I don't even know what that means to you guys when you hear me just say those words. We all have this living water in us, right? That we're born with. This light that is like the goodness in us that has been just like trapped and terrified to shine in front of anybody because of how people treat others.
You have to be better in the mix. You know, your behavior is really bad. To have better behaviors.
Better is just a blanket word. Better to me is just, I need to just see you be able to just like show me the respect mix on my life that when I am speaking, you have the control to just stop talking and just hold that thought of whatever it was you're going to say. But, you know, like this is the thing that we watch you guys and we record it so that we can show other people a way to figure out how we get out of this routine, right? Does that make sense? So I'm here on TikTok for a much different purpose from God than you and Adam are. I'm not knocking or putting anybody on any kind of like level. I'm just saying I'm doing what I'm doing. I know what you guys are doing. I have records and receipts of everything you guys are doing, showed you guys what you're doing, told you what I think is wrong and what I think the Lord is telling me you guys should repent. And all you do is throw it back in my face telling me I took a shahada, I don't know Jesus, and therefore you don't need to listen to me. I'm the one that needs to be saved. You're here to help me, which is like fine. Yes, you can all help me, but if you come in with that attitude that I need to be taught, I'm not doing that anymore, bro. Like, that's why I don't come up to those.
Yeah, in the mix, try to fellowship. Stop, doing
Be a
that.
man. No, forget fellowship. Be a man. Be a man of the brotherhood of humanity, Mix. Right? I don't care if you are considering me a brother in Christ, but if you can't see me as a brother in humanity, then you are farther lost than Adam is, brother. And I'm going to take that up to God for you to find whatever shepherd it is you need to guide you back to the remnant, because it's clearly not me right now. And I need to lose something.
Apologize in the mix and come back up. Apologize.
No, there's no apologies. It's all in actions. I characterize people by their actions. So, like...
Stop projecting your anger with justice.
I'm not. Like, he just sees it as anger. Right? Like... But that's the thing. When I hear people like Mitch just saying, dude, who goes around and records everything and everybody? That's manipulative.
No, I just want to say, what I want to say is in the mix, that's his thing. He doesn't really, it's not like he does it in a bad way. That's just that's his thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it too personal. He just does that. Patrick writes messages, something about chickens. He writes messages too.
What is the
Something
message?
about chickens.
What is that? Away from the screen.
Yeah. No, I see his messages when I'm scrolling.
Chickens. I mean, like, the thing about chickens is that, like, if you draw like a line in front of like a chicken, like a real chicken.
No, that's so
like,
funny when Patrick
Something
posts
about
that and he's like, "Come on, chickens." Yeah, something like that. And then I
Step up, chicken.
and then I see in the mix saying, "I got the clip of you." I think it's funny. Yeah. I think the last clip that in the mix did was he said somebody doesn't know that Jesus is the Father. Something like that.
Yeah. Like, the intention is that we all have to know Jesus is the Father, right? Like, it's just, like, not... We're already at that point. People are already...
First know God, and let everything happen when it happens. You know what I mean?
Amen. That's...
I never lost sleep over anything fantasy or anybody said to me on Fantasy Bullies platform. I never lost sleep at all for it.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't, because I have to stay up and just address, like, whatever is being said, especially towards me.
And I got bullied on my live today, okay, by a Turkish guy. Because Nate was a little late. Yeah, so I can't really, and I stood up for myself, okay? I gave it to him really good. But
God cares in the mix. God cares if we believe in him or not. That's why Jesus told Peter, "Lovest thou me? Feed my sheep."
Who's ready to make an omelet in here? Does
Because his
anybody want
will
an
is that
omelet?
none should perish.
If
He cares if we believe in him or not.
Beatrice and everybody, if I end up in the United States,
What is the will
in
of
Texas,
what is the will of God?
are you
The
guys
will of
gonna
God
come
is that
visit me?
man should perish.
Not if you're in
Hope you guys come visit me.
He cares if you believe in him or not. What happened?
I said if I end up in the United
What happened?
States, I said if I end up in the United States in Dallas, and I live there, are you guys gonna come visit me? Are you able to come visit me?
In Texas?
If you have an invite,
Yeah.
then yeah. But if you want to come up to
You're gonna end
Colorado,
up living in Texas?
Isn't that
Dallas.
weird? I've always loved Texas and Dallas.
because everything's bigger.
No, I want to be around the hillbillies, but
Well,
Nate
if you
said I
ever
have
want
to
to
be
catch some
armed.
California sun rays,
Hmm.
yes, God is the potter and we are the clay. Yes, God chooses who is his. Right.
Hey, Miranda.
But still,
Okay, I was away. I was away from the.
regardless of that,
His name is Jaden, not Jordan, or is that another
Scripture
Jaden?
says,
If you don't, you're Antichrist.
in the
So
mix,
that's all
name
you
is
gotta say.
Jordan.
Not Jaden.
But regardless of that, in the mix, God says, the Scripture says, you know, even though for all the sins that we commit against Him, which is unbelief, His anger is not turned away, but His hand remains outstretched. Right? And He even says, return to me, rebellious children, and I will cure you of your rebellion. He does care. It does matter to Him. That's why He sent His only Son, right? For God so loved the world that He sent His only
Yeah,
begotten
that's what
Son,
I've
that
been
whosoever should believe in
saying.
Him may not perish, but have everlasting
Amen.
life. He does care. He
That's what I've been
absolutely
saying all the
cares.
time, Beatrice.
Hey, look, let's not. But
I've
again,
been saying that all the time on Fantasy Bullies platform.
for us, He chooses not them. I prayed not for them. Okay, Mix, I'll give you another chance. Welcome back up to bat here. Don't
I'm
strike
back in the
out.
panel in the mix.
I give people 3 strikes or 4 balls until they're out, type thing. So here's your next at bat.
Yeah, Jesus is so sovereign, bro. Like, I don't know how y'all view reality, but like, I hold His words true. Like, let me go back. Let me go on my notes. I'm sorry. Let me read this real quick, Chaplain. Bro, Jesus scared me when I first read this. I said, bro, who are you calling? Who are you calling? Where did it say? Where is it at?
Are you ready to come up to
Here we
bat,
go.
Mix? Like, do we need a pinch hitter for you right now?
Yeah, he said, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me. He already told me I was his. I said, dang, you got me right there. For they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word. He cares,
Right.
but he doesn't care because he knows who is his. Just like he said, I lose none,
Right, so He
but he
cares
says
for
I
those who
lost
are
one.
His. Exactly.
Judas Iscariot.
Who recognize that
And He already
does
knows.
care, right?
He already knows when He's going to call us all individually. You know?
Bro,
Words.
my God, Jesus so sovereign, bro. It's not even up to me. I just say that. It's not even up to me, bro. Do what he do.
Amen.
But it's up to you to be obedient to God in the mix.
Amen. Amen. Summer, just like he told the children of Israel, hearken unto my voice, man. Don't just live saying you believe. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I got attacked by a Turkish man today. You know that in the mix?
Just a man.
You gave him a
Yeah,
hug.
as soon as I started my live, I got attacked real badly.
I don't know why y'all get attacked, man. The Trinitarians love me. The Unitarians.
I don't
love
even
me.
know the person, and I got
You
really
gotta be very
attacked.
specific about where they come from.
Exactly. It's just
Exactly.
man or women. It's just like it was a black Asian
I lost 25 pounds, and the guy's calling me fat.
Hey, just
Seriously? Come on, people.
just jelly. But if I can, I actually wanted to like
Jealous.
start this live in like the spirit of Revelation 7 is where I am, you know, in the spirit of like the month, July. So after these things, I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, on the sea, or on any tree. Then I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. And I heard the number of those who were sealed. 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. Of the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. Reuben, 12,000. We all know this. Verse 9. After these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude which no one could number, of all nations, tribes, peoples, and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb. All the angels stood around the throne and the elders and the 4 living creatures and fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God, saying, Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom, thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever and ever. Amen. Then one of the elders answered, saying to me, who are these arrayed in white robes, and where did they come from? And I said to him, sir, you know. So he said to me, these are the ones who came out of the great tribulation and washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore, they are before the throne of God and serve him day and night in his temple. And he who sits on the throne will dwell among them. They shall neither hunger any more, nor thirst any more. The sun, S-U-N, shall not strike them, nor any heat. For the Lamb who is in the midst of the throne will shepherd them and lead them to living fountains of waters. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Amen. So what does that mean to all of us in the context of today's times, right? Like,
Sorry, what?
what is that, like, Revelation chapter 7, just like hearing this, like, does it say anything about like the current times we're in, especially just like the current lives we've been in?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing?
You mean the end times? I don't think we're at the end times because somebody bought a burger at Burger King.
Facts. I agree with that.
Are you talking about me? I bought more than a burger. I got tacos. I got a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Someone got a burger at Burger King and fries, so it's not the end times yet.
Hey, at least for that guy.
I still got a crib and a car and clothes on my back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I'm having hot chocolate. I'm having hot chocolate in the summer.
To clarify the 7 spirits for you, Summer, we find that in
Yeah,
Isaiah
7 spirits. How many gods is that?
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 2. It gives you the 7 expressions.
Isaiah 11.
So you got the
2?
Isaiah 11, yes. So you got the spirit of the Lord. You got the spirit of wisdom. You got the spirit of understanding, the spirit of counsel, the spirit of might, the spirit of knowledge, and the spirit of the fear of the Lord.
Oh, wow.
So that's all God. It's all God.
And we do have
Father.
the fear of the Lord, you know what I mean? It's that fear that keeps us in place.
His delight is in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge by the sight of his eyes, nor decide by the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness he shall judge the poor, and decide with equity for the meek of the earth. He shall strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he shall slay the wicked. Righteousness shall be the belt of his loins, and faithfulness the belt of his waist. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. The leopard shall lie down with the young goat. The calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. The cow and the bear shall graze, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox of an omnivore. The nursing child shall play by the cobra's hole, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the viper's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, who shall stand as a banner to the people, for the Gentiles shall seek him, and his resting place shall be glorious. Glorious. I see blue. He's glorious. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people who are left from Assyria and Egypt, from Pathros and Cush, from Elam and Shinar, from Hamath and the islands of the sea. He will set up a banner for the nations and will assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Referenced in Genesis 7. Also, the envy of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not harass Ephraim, but they shall fly down upon the shoulder of the Philistines toward the west. Together they shall plunder the people of the east. They shall lay their hand on Edom and Moab, and the people of Ammon shall obey them. The Lord will utterly destroy the tongue of the sea of Egypt. With his mighty wind, he will shake his fist over the river. The streams, the river streams, social media streams, right? Shaking hands, right? Right? It even says, and make men cross and strike it in the seven streams. It says that right there, and strike it in the seven streams and make men cross over dry shod. There will be a highway for the remnant of his people who will be left from Assyria as it was for Israel in the day that he came up from the land of Egypt. Discuss. What do you guys think?
So, Charlie, do you believe that there are still physical Jews here on earth, 100% just scattered right now?
What do you mean by physical Jew? Dennis has his bio that says he is an inward Jew. So does that count as a physical Jew? I don't know what you mean.
Well, Romans 2 tells us that a Jew is one inwardly now.
Okay. Well,
A
I
true
believe
Jew is one who is inwardly now.
Is
Not
that
outwardly.
from the Bible or is that from fantasy?
That's Romans chapter 2.
Okay.
So who is the group of people Charlie just read that he will come back for?
the Gentiles. For the Gentiles seeking.
So you don't believe that Jesus is returning for Jews that reject
Well, there is a remnant, right? So scripture says that there is a remnant that is saved, a remnant of Israel, of the
Right.
12 tribes. That's
The
the
144,000, right? Like he already did.
No.
No.
And then there's the rest of us, which we're the Gentiles. We're the ones who are grafted on. We are the new Jews.
The ones in this new robe that have been bathed in the blood of the Lamb,
But
right?
how
Who
come,
have
how
these
come
new.
we can't be one? How come we can't be one of the 144,000? How do we know we're not?
You're right. Which it doesn't matter
Well,
if we
it
are.
specifically says that it's men who have not
Okay.
been defiled by a woman,
Oh,
right?
really?
Like they've never,
For the
like they're
144?
virgins.
So
12,000 from each tribe.
Virgins.
it says all nations in Zechariah, it says all nations shall be gathered against Jerusalem to battle. So are we Gentiles who are spiritual Jews gonna be those ones gathered? Or
Or are we going to be
Yes.
children
Or
of
are
God?
we people?
Right? Like that's the thing. Children of God, there is no Jew nor Gentile. Like we are all children of God. Like, right? That's the
Okay,
salvation.
what about Micah? So Micah 2:12 is talking about Gentiles.
In Micah 2:12, in the Old Testament, Jordan, I want you to
What's
know,
Micah
it's
2:12?
specifically talking about the Israelites that got themselves lost, that required
so
a New
their
Testament to
descendants-
save them.
So they're descendants of like the righteous remnant of Jacob. Is that a Gentile? Is the
Not all
righteous
of them.
remnant of Jacob a Gentile? No. Okay. So who is he talking about?
The righteous remnant of Jacob, the ones who are, I guess, like Lamb said, still pure in like their like
Blood,
like
right?
flesh, not blood, flesh,
Okay.
like virgins, right? Who are part like blood
Why
tied
not
like to
blood?
these families, right? They
Why
are
not blood?
okay. What kind of blood? They have to be pure blood to the lineage of
I
Jacob.
mean, like, yeah, Paul, for example, was blood and sperm, so he was a Jew. So why would this remnant not be like a
Right.
Jew by blood and sperm?
I'm not saying it wouldn't be.
Thank
like,
you, Patty.
like, I don't think maybe we are like, I never said they're not part of the remnant. Like, there is this new, in the New Testament, especially at the end in Revelations, what we were reading in chapter 7, I interpret this talking about the rest of us that have been Gentiles who then like read the New Testament and see that we are now children of God. There is no Jew nor Gentile. We are all one in God,
For
under
us,
God,
right?
and
For us,
abide in
right?
God. For all
Gentiles.
of us, for even those remnant of the 144,000, if they want
Okay.
type thing, right? Like, and then so
What is
here's where
Can you read this for me, Charlie?
only if you say
Can
the
you
magic
read
word.
Isaiah, please?
Thank
Please.
you.
Can you read Isaiah chapter 63, verses 1 through 16?
Isaiah 63, 1 through 16.
I want to know who
Okay.
these people are.
Who is this who comes from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This one who is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength? I who speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Why is your apparel red and your garments like one who treads in the winepress? I have trodden the winepress alone, and from the peoples no one was with me. For I have trodden them in my anger and trampled them in my fury. Their blood is sprinkled upon my garments, and I have stained all my robes. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed has come. I looked, but there was no help, no one to help, and I wondered that there was no one to uphold. Therefore, my own arm brought salvation for me, and my own fury, it sustained me. I have trodden down the peoples in my anger, made them drunk in my fury, and brought down their strength to the earth. I will mention the loving kindness of the Lord and the praises of the Lord, according to all that the Lord has bestowed on us, and the great goodness toward the house of Israel, which he has bestowed on them according to his mercies, according to the multitude of his loving kindness. For he said, surely they are my people, children who will not lie. So he became their savior. In all their affliction, he was afflicted, and the angel of his presence saved them. In his love and in his pity, he redeemed them. And he bore them and carried them all the days of old. But they rebelled and grieved his Holy Spirit. So he turned himself against them as an enemy, and he fought against them. Then he remembered the days of old, Moses and his people, saying, where is he who brought them out of the sea with the shepherd of his flock? Where is he who puts his Holy Spirit within them, who led them by the right hand of Moses with his glorious arm, dividing the water before them to make for themselves an everlasting name, who led them through the deep as a horse in the wilderness, that they might not stumble, as a beast goes down into the valley, and the Spirit of the Lord causes him to rest, so you lead your people to make yourself a glorious name. Look down from heaven and see from your habitation, holy and glorious. Where are your zeal and your strength, the yearning of your heart and your mercies toward me? Are they restrained? Doubtless you are our Father. Though Abraham was ignorant of us and Israel does not acknowledge us, you, O Lord, are our Father. Our Redeemer from everlasting is your name. So that's 16 right there.
Okay, so
I can't just finish it off. Like Z, this is like our mix. This is like one of my biggest pet peeves where it's like there's only 3 more verses to finish it out. So can we just do that? Oh Lord, why have you made us? No, it goes to 19. So I don't know if you meant to like. I appreciated you starting from 1 and going to like. But again, oh Lord, why have you made us stray from your ways and harden our heart from your fear? Return for your servant's sake the tribes of your inheritance. Your holy people have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down your sanctuary. We have become like those of old, over whom you never ruled, those who were never called by your name. Okay, amen. Thank you for that. So, Mix, what is that saying to you as we read that whole thing now? In this moment.
when we were speaking about Revelation 7 in the last days, is there going to be a battle?
A spiritual battle? There's a spiritual battle going on right now, brother.
A physical battle. Because remember, you read
Request
that
lands.
you said that Jesus is going to slaughter people earlier in your statement, right?
When?
So that's literal, right?
Slaughter?
Jesus will slaughter? Yeah.
When did I say that?
Jesus will slaughter.
When
Like
did I
10
say?
minutes ago.
Did I say that, guys? Like that he was going to slaughter? Slaughter who?
Yeah.
Slaughter who?
The enemy, the Antichrist.
I
Revelation 7, bro, that's about the last day, sir.
Okay, so I didn't say that. You're saying like when I was reading
No, I promise
Revelation,
you can-
it's
If you
I
play
have
the
receipts.
recording back,
You know I have a
yeah, I know.
recording mixed.
You want to put money? You want to put money on the line? You want to put money on the line?
Sure, how much, Mix? That
How
I
much you want to
said,
put on the line?
that I said with
Yeah,
my own mouth and my own
yeah,
words, my own voice,
yeah.
Jesus is
$50.
going to slaughter the
$50.
Oh, he
Antichrist.
didn't say that in the
$50.
mix. We're right here. He didn't say that.
No, hey, I
$50.
could use $50. That's
$50.
it? You want to put 10
Yep.
G's on it, bro?
We can do 10 G's too. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, come on,
calm
guys.
down. Everybody calm down.
Not ready,
Woosah.
bro.
No, okay. Hey, $50.
So
You guys heard it.
remember,
You
it's
guys heard it.
248. 248. It's 248 right now for my time. So
No.
if you go back in the last 10 minutes, you did say that.
Okay. So, I mean,
I was
I got it
here.
recording
I
right
heard
now. So, again, we have witnesses up here, right? And so this
Yeah.
is where
Can you bring up Lance? I mean, Living Heart.
yeah, Living Heart's a good testament. What's up, sister? Oh, no, sorry. That's Living Peace.
Brother.
That's a whole different thing. I took the name wrong. Living Heart, welcome up. I don't know if you heard the live 10 minutes ago up till now. Did you hear me say these words? That Jesus was going to slaughter the Antichrist.
Bro, you got the clip.
No, that's why I
No.
came up here to support you. To
In the
let you
mix
know
is
you're
lying,
doing a good job.
Lance. In the mix is
Okay.
lying. Tell him.
You're doing a good job.
Yo,
Just keep on teaching. You're
play
doing a
the-
good
Now
job.
play the recording. Now play the recording because I don't need you to.
I just want
confirmation
want
bias.
you to have that $50 ready to cash at me.
Yeah, come on, Chaplain. bro.
Okay. Just for you, I'm gonna stop the continuous recording right now, and I'm gonna play it from what? It's been 2:35. So you said 10 minutes ago. I'll be 50.
Venmo or Zelle.
Yeah. This is the thing. Don't make like bets that you aren't ready
TikTok
to.
coins. Which
Come on, Chaplain.
I don't
bro.
accept TikTok coins. Okay. No.
In the
I'm gonna do it.
mix, you'll